hatred to grow numb. Destroy it all. Just one more hour, how soon will I meet my end? I can return to those days that I've forgotten, but the memories fade, leaving me thinking, let me feel the power that could reach me to shreds. Just one more hour, how soon will I meet my end? I can return to those days that I've forgotten.
Hello, hello. Welcome to the first iteration of this being the bracket. I am your host, Lobster, and I'm joined today by Araett. Hello, Araett.
Hello, I'm Araett, the same one, probably.
And joining Araett today is Bowie.
Hello, I'm Bowie.
Yep, so I ran a bunch of these in base game. It's going to be the usual format, Swiss bracket. So you're sort of, you're matched with people who are similar to your skill level-ish. And every round is a first to 3 to make sure you get to play as much as possible and get comfortable. No elimination. It's all just no stakes, casual matches. You're just here to play the game and have fun, and hopefully get some points in the commentary. But yeah, we're all here to play. It's been there was a bit of hiccup in setting up the bracket, but we're here now. Let's not delay any further. I'll hand over to our commentators, and I'll go back into the back rooms.
All right, that is definitely great. I still have a question for Lobster because I've noticed this situation is how are you marking the must-win matches again? In Discord only. Yikes. All right, still, hello and welcome to the beginner's bracket here. As introduced, I'm Araett. Hello there, Bowie.
How's it going, mate? You alright?
I'm pretty fine. Lithuanian weather just said a massive fuck you to you, and I actually slipped on my back, and it's may or may not I'm in pain, but at the same time, I'm not in pain enough to watch some beginners and give them tips, you know?
Good. Yeah. I mean, pain, you got to work through it. It's all part of building character. But yeah, so as Lobster said, this is a beginner's bracket. So players who maybe you aren't seeing consistently in the more competitive brackets, or maybe they don't feel they're ready to kind of enter those, so they want to kind of enter a different kind of thing with a bit more of a casual setting. As you say, Swiss makes it a little bit easier to kind of get experience without being like, oh, if I lose 2, I'm out for good. You play as many games as you can. And it just rolls really, really, really nicely for the most part. So yeah, there are some names in this bracket that I have seen around, like kind of the S ranks that I've been playing, and I've played a couple of them myself. So it's going to be interesting to see how they do here.
Definitely, I'm interested as well, because I do like seeing all the new faces in the whole Granblue community. As I've come from the base Granblue community as being for many years there, and Rising giving the chance for to explode in popularity, bring in new people, and people learn and maybe enjoy fighting games. And that's what makes me excited. And let's just get into a game which I'm pretty sure you and me haven't gone and spectated right now because it has started.
I'm in. I'm not sure about you, mate, but I'm spectating it right now.
It doesn't show me you're spectating.
Cool. Well, it's Charlotta and Jita. You don't see too much Charlotta in this game. Obviously, Soki, one of the most well-known Charlotta players, has dropped off of the character. So generally, I think all the higher players are like not playing her so much. So to see one is great. I get the fact that she's lost a few of her things, like a lot of her kind of general pressure and control is kind of taken away in this game. But it's still nice. I think she can still do things. But
she does have the capabilities to play the oppressive pressure that she had in the previous game. However, this game's I could say some of the core mechanics actually made her detrimental. Like for instance, one of the core ones, her jump is both the strongest and weakest in the game, mostly because it's a very fast jump but it doesn't cover any space. But speaking about that, it's just death.
No, that was a super nice comeback. Put under a lot of pressure, but very early brave counters coming out from Artie allowed Samu to get really, really nice damage by eventually the BP going really, really low. This is a thing with this game, is that if you want to kind of be quite aggressive with BC and just generally using up your BP, it's fine. But it does allow a big comeback factor if your opponent gets one good combo and you're taking more damage.
Definitely. I have a very specific opinion about brave counters, and probably I'll get to it over the games. But right now, I think I'm starting to get to the point where I won't need the Discord stream, and gonna go into the second game here.
Yeah, first game to Samu, quite nicely done. Quite controlled in that second round. A bit more competitive in the first, but Samu got a bit more control. That said, Artie getting the nice corner carry, simple B&B.
I
to about
saw
20,
this
21%.
already on the previous rounds. Arfi gets the very early, advantage, and then Samu is just taking it back. And again, I think that the point here is how those brave counters are working in. The command grab coming from Chalora, no conversion, unfortunately. Those brave counters are not letting Arfi to play the game, and now opened up from a beautiful conversion there from Somu, keeping it very short and simple and getting the kill.
Yeah, they're definitely. So far I've seen Samu doing a lot more of extending and getting the most of every single hit they get. I think generally like the combo damage coming out from Samu is a little bit stronger. We've seen some some of these really nice combos here, but just not getting that absolute maximum damage that we know that GG can bring out. Very nice getting that overhead into the dash attack wall bounce. That's really nice. There's the RS into the super. That's very good. There we go. That's what we want to see.
Yep, it is good. I do appreciate the fact that people are learning the combos, and usually they start with the combos because I feel that's the easiest part in any fighting game. Like learning the whole execution part of the different part for me begins when you need to consider how to play against other opponents. But right now we're seeing another Somu mounting a comeback, and I don't think that RT needs to. Oh, nice!
Yeah, good just to see that flip, and then goes for the wake up DP. Very lovely. Yeah, I mean, these kinds of comebacks, they can happen. I mean, in that situation, if you're using like SSBA and you take off 2 BP, all you really need to do is to kind of just like find that way to kind of get in a raging strike. Certain players will be able to respond, but every now and then they do get dropped. There's a counter hit coming out, pressing a button in the corner.
We're gonna get a nice conversion there. Unfortunately, uses the Raging Strike early, thinking that Arfi might build up enough bar for the super. But right now, that one Raging Strike less might be the key here for the match for Samu. Oh no! What is going on? Okay, back throw incident there, and...
Oh, yeah, that was jumping in and kept it safe. A little bit too overzealous, I think, from Samu there. I think Artie's going to take this particular round, and, well, yeah, take this game one apiece then early on.
Yep, 1-1 here, and I'm trying to hinge on certain aspects here, but I do feel currently there's some aspects of this slugfest happening between these two players, and I do believe that Jita wins this slugfest in this game, at least at this set. What I mean by the slugfest is basically throwing as many options as you can at your opponent, and in the hopes to empower them. But Artie, with the good recognition that you can anti-air those clips.
5U comes out and goes for the command grab out of that. Super nice, gets that corner pressure in, but DP comes out, catches a button being pressed in the corner. 6XL gaming into regular auto combo and then SBA.
That's just the regular SBA here, but it's still enough. One crystal away, and it opens up a lot of potential situations, as well as a damage increase here. If you have one only BP left, you get 20% damage increase on yourself, and if you have no BP left, you get 50%. That's what happened in first game with Samu when he got that 0 BP comeback.
Yeah. Interesting ground pressure. I mean, there's a lot of range from that from Jita's overhead there, just earlier going for a neutral jump rather than kind of jumping into the corner, keeping that distance really nice, which is very good to see. Distance is a hard thing to gauge, and spacing is generally one of like the issues or like problems like a lot of brand new players will generally have. Is find themselves always kind of thinking that they're in a safe position, but actually way too far forward.
Ooh, plus frame from the fireball. Could have been a nasty conversion there, but Artie did not decide to use anything. It's nice, but unfortunately,
no big punish from it though.
It could have went into the button super, and that would be it. And now Samu is taking it back here. Gets the safe jump, the demon flip, then convert into the X1, and now we're at chip point here for Samu. What?
Dang, dude. That's pretty. I think that's a big way of just saying checkmate during chip point.
Yes, it's Not really. If it were a regular DP going there, then yes, it is a checkmate because you need to preemptively then spot dodge. With supers, bar some exceptions, you can actually use spot dodge after the super flash. Meaning that you actually dodge those supers. And don't take the chip damage. This is a special thing for Granblue. Again, tries to go for a cheeky save jump flip, and those flips are not working out, but still, Samu has a massive health lead here over RT, and let's hope that RT has what it takes to get that comeback.
And got the hit confirmed though from RT. Can they find their way in, but tries to just jab something out and gets caught, so that's 2-1 now to Samu. One game away from going 1-0 in the Swiss. Go ahead for it, mate.
Yeah, I was about to say, in general, I don't see any like points to hinge on what would be really obvious between these two players, but I want to touch upon the fact that why RT might have lost those matches there was mostly out of lack of patience, in my opinion. He was pushing way too much, and Samu was taking a lot of reward from just doing the reversal mashes here. But now here, he tightened up his offense, and it works out. But we're only talking about the offensive situations. I'm talking in neutral, where RT is just pushing as much forward as possible and mostly getting hit for it.
I mean, it's working out well when, you know, when RT has the control and, like, you know, Samu's trying to press buttons in between. We saw a couple of counter hits coming out there in the corner because of that aggression. But, yeah, I think you're right. You know, when you're in these neutral situations, you just need to chill down a little bit, you know, just to allow yourself a bit more and more of a chance. You know, it's fine again on pressure.
Ooh, unfortunately, the ultimate Rekka does not convert there. And now looking at the corner situation for RP here.
RT's been pretty good with 2Hing these demon flips, so I have to say.
Yes, that is an important skill to have. And I do a commenter person. Oh, crouching confirm. Let's go. This is looking really good. Gonna go into super, get that one bravery point in, just a trade. And now we're looking at a command grab that's gonna get whiff.
Oh wow. God, is that fast enough? No, it's not. No, it's not. That was, I mean, you wanted to hit confirm that. If you know that someone's missed like that, you can perhaps, if someone's whiffed, maybe like whiff, punish, confirm. But again, it's that kind of stuff. Like hit confirming is really kind of like, it may seem quite simple, and there are certain things you can hit confirm, but like doing it from like one simple straight hit is really, really tricky sometimes. You got to, you know, it does take some take some learning and some balls.
Yeah, either learning or betting it all.
Yeah, just hoping you've got it. Yeah. Usually how it goes, right? Like, yeah. If it worked, I would have been a genius, basically. Like, what you're looking for.
Just to finish up on the patience part here, I would say that Arthur's main issue is that even when he has the health disadvantage, he's gonna be playing the game way more aggressively on the health disadvantage, which just lets him. He consistently loses those rounds then, in my opinion. Like I already saw 2 free rounds like that. But that's something that I would hinge on when to think about it.
Yeah, the button being pressed, counter hits coming out again.
Yeah.
Generally, wake up is kind of scary just to kind of try and jab your way out, because most players, you know, I think, you know, even at that beginner level, something that everyone's looking for at 2-2. By the way, very close here. What people are looking for is kind of like, you know, these close L's are like really quick as a, you know, your meaty button, your go-to meaty on wake up.
Yep, the pressure starter.
Yeah, so it's like, you know, waking up and pressing against that is really not a good idea. So, you know, I mean, yeah, gotta be a.
Go on.
No, I was just gonna say, just gotta be careful in these situations.
Yeah, and I was about to addendum to that point, because right now Samu gets the 6XL and he's acting all the time afterwards. I don't think that's a feasible way to block it out. Because, right, like one of the things that I would like to say to newer players, blocking doesn't kill you. Right?
It doesn't win you games, but it doesn't kill you. That's a big thing.
Yeah, the thing is, there are only very few cases where the chip damage or setups will basically kill you, but other than that, the opponent has to commit to that option, right? So, because of that commitment, one of the skills that you will learn over time is how to recognize at what pattern that commitment happens. It's gonna be a skill way down the line, but for starters, just holding out the pressure and knowing, okay, this person is going for throws because he knows that I'm blocking a lot, is already a big improvement if you notice that. Otherwise, you're just mostly pushing into their pressure, and frame traps is one of the easier skills to teach anybody, and you will know they will have frame traps. Anyways, we can get back to the game.
I mean, for sure. Artie's really kind of connecting these combos as well, getting the extensions from the RS into these super confirmed. You can see the amount of damage done, and once again, these neutral jump overheads are catching Samu very consistently, always blocking low on wake up. And it's like if you see your opponent jumping, you want to be going for that standing block, because they're gonna try and go for the overhead. Of course, things like fuzzies can come in when they can
muscle memory thing, to be honest, at this point. But yes, usually just you're blocking, and Artie is doing a neutral jump as a Oki, and it's a viable one for Jita's supers. Oh my!
Really? This is going very well for Artie right now. Looking really solid at the end. Going to go for the RS. Is that going to? That should kill.
That kills.
Yeah. Artie with the 3-2, an absolutely excellent string there. Samu once again going for the demon flip, getting 2H out of it, pressing a lot of buttons. I think Samu was a little bit desperate in that last game. Definitely felt a little bit kind of like rushed and very quick to kind of press a lot of buttons, and Artie very well dealt with it by pressing a lot of buttons too. There are times, genuinely, there are times when pressing is what you need to do. It's hard to figure out when that timing is, but Samu, played very, very well, but I think just got a little bit too hasty in that last round, and then ended up dropping way too many hits, and then kind of got, just got called out on Demon Flip. Excellent 2H from Artie into that.
I like the anti-air game from Artie there. He had it out down the nail, just a bit more on the conversion side would make it easier for himself, even though sometimes even I on counter hits I just burn a raging strike. This game finally gave the capability of why Charlotta, at the beginning of the set I said Charlotta why she suffers in this game a bit, is that the general reward against her strongest tool is now higher, mostly because you can just 2H into raging strike, which gives you a very consistent combo and a lot of damage out of it.
Yeah.
So that was something that Artie could look into it as well, because if you're burning already a lot of points of brave counters, which you're not particularly taking advantage of, why not just think about brave counters? They are my openers to damage.
Yeah.
This is at least the opinion that I have playing Anilla. People bait brave counters on me all day. I'm like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on what your general stress strategy is for, utilizing your BP as you go through a game as well. I mean, I had a long conversation with Ordnan about, strategizing your BP usage, and I think there's nothing wrong with if you're not going to use it for any other reason, you might as well use it as long as you're kind of not overdoing it. Because this is where you find out you end up with no BP and end up taking too much damage. But if you're able to kind of get yourself a strong start by utilizing one, then there's nothing wrong with doing that, or relieving pressure just to give yourself a bit more of a stronger standing. There are always going to be risks taken by doing anything with BP because of the potential of losing it all, but it is a resource. You're meant to use it.
It is a resource, and using resources is important. Spend that cash.
Yeah. So we've got not Fire Shock, but Freeze Bomb, the other side of the elements there. Nice opening 6-6M, and straight into command grab as well. We are installed, baby. This character.
I'm holding myself back. I'm holding myself back.
I get the
Alright, let's get back to the game, because right now Yuna is taking the full advantage here with an installed up Vera. We're doing a lot of damage, and this is like a very fast perfect for Yuna.
Oh, traded the last hit.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'd be pissed if I was after a perfect, but then no, great first round.
Yeah, it is very good, but oh wow. Okay, so let's start looking at what's going on here. Freeze Bomb is very reserved right now as a player, mostly because Yuna is overwhelming right now. Freeze Bomb. Oh, nice. Oh, doesn't get the full punish.
Gets out of the corner using the teleport, which is nice, just to kind of finally have a bit of space and that openness to do it. Seeing Yuna move in and then kind of getting it out of that corner. Oh, the use again. Okay, this command grab is actually really tricky. You have to jab it out, but it's like there's so much going on in this kit that it's just so hard to know when it's actually a run-up command grab to jab. It's like it's tricky.
It is tricky, I do agree, because you need to recognize it. But there are multiple ways you can deal with it. Jabbing it out works fine, yes. But if you're gonna do it in mid-screen, you can... The least riskful thing is to jump back. It's fine, just lose space instead of giving Vera the install. But another thing is that more than half of the cast has a specific punish for that install, if you recognize it. Cagliostro has a instant jump teleport, which is absolutely a punish. I don't think that learning it at this point is important, but you can do that. It's something.
Out as well.
So
no, go ahead.
So it's something that if you find problematic, you have to use it to your own advantage. And also, again, failing to... Oh, Kirby!
Oh, he'd be guarding that. No!
No!
Didn't guard it. So, yeah, another round there to Yuna, looking to go 2-0 up fairly quickly here. One thing that when Vera does that, her EX like stab slash thing, that is, I'm pretty sure it's minus. So you need to be like punishable. You need to have that. You need to have that confidence to just kind of press the button and hit confirm it. There's a couple of times when Freeze Bomb did get the hit, but didn't kind of do anything from it.
Yeah, and okay, I'll be real. Vera might be unironically one of the strongest characters when she gets the install. So you don't want to get oh no.
That DP as well. It's a weird looking move. It's not no one. Nice. Oh, okay, nice. Did the instant DP teleport thing out of the corner.
Punish? Oh, again.
I mean, yeah, like getting the first hit but not following up.
What is going on? Please, Raging Strike. Thank you. Nice. Good comeback. All right, so the thing is, when you said, yeah, that the X stabby, it's the heavy Darkane. The thing is how you should look into these kind of situations when you're playing against your opponent and seeing some moves that give you trouble. You need to just learn the interactions. You need to learn after what you don't want to press, after what you want to press, and after what you can get a punish and how. Usually, you want to do a button into special cancel as the simplest form of punish, which would have helped Freeze Bomb a lot, to be honest. He's been missing that. Alright.
Then get connected, auto combo RS.
Into combo we go.
Yeah. Then just dunk them all pretty much, right?
Oh, combo limit saves Freeze Bomb, but the Sam Show situation there. Stare down. Anyways, a quick second match to Yuna. But yeah, right now I'd say that Yuna is currently doing more than fine with Freeze Bomb that's having more trouble here. Mostly because Yuna is decided to always just go in and never let Cagliostro set up and do anything. Because Cagliostro's strength is that she is a set play and a slight zoner of a character, to be honest. Very aerial born as well.
Jeez. Agreed. Big round from Yuna. Again, just this command grab. It's just hard to see. Like, I know it's one of those things where you have options. Like, you've got a jab, you can jump back, you can do anything. But it's just knowing that it's going to be happening there. Using the spear to push into the trap. Nice, simple stuff. Good tech away. But now in the corner, can Yuna find their way out? or is this
Yeah,
tag champion?
that jump was not ready for the anti-air there. Wanted to do a far H, which... Oh, good spot dodge, but I don't think that was a good idea to go for it like preemptively there. But now...
I find that the ultimate dash that she does has been hitting low quite a lot, and Freeze Bomb's been getting caught by it. So I think the spot dodge is one of those things where anticipating the speed of that movement inwards, which I think is a fair call to make. But again, install once more.
Oh my lord, that was plus on block. You had to hold that Freeze Bomb. No, not like this. No. And now we're gonna go into the combo, and now this is one more last chance for Freeze Bomb to take it back. The ultimate Darkane comes. No, that's Scarlet Oath actually. Oh, Kirby! Huh? Okay, here we go. That works.
BC though, we got the potential for BP chip point, but the 6-6M I think that is just tacking low, and Freeze Bomb not available to guard that one.
Yep, it's a very fast free. Oh, and mostly I feel is just Freeze Bomb crumbling over the oppression that Yuna has been representing.
Yeah, I think when you're used to not I think used to isn't the wrong word. When you are comfortable when you're able to play your game, playing against players who kind of force you to play a different game can sometimes take you out of your comfort zone. And like, you know, again, I guess I think when it comes to this being a beginner's bracket, I think people kind of are thinking like not new player, but like, you know, not kind of a top player is what we're kind of looking at, right? And like those kind of players who are improving and looking to try and pick up certain things, I think adaptations is one of the biggest things that is like hard to really
it's hard
lock
to
down. But yeah, exactly, because it's about adaptation is less of it's not that it's less about not playing your own game, but it's like it's seeing how your opponent is forcing you to play differently, or it's forcing your hand. It's essentially what it's doing. You have to change something, and so if you're playing it outside of your comfort zone, you're going to crumble. You're going to fall unless you can find a new comfort, like swap what you're doing, but you know, keep it.
Definitely adaptation. It's a skill that you'll be learning for years to come if you're gonna stick with fighting games. But it's a very, very worthy skill, and usually it gives rewards very early.
I experience it a lot as well, and it's like I'm not gonna say I should probably be in this bracket, but it's like because I will win game one of like a set, and then just my opponents will switch something up, and I just can't hold it, you know. And I think it's difficult to try and like recognize it. I think before even having to execute it, recognizing why am I losing? What is happening from their side to make this happen, and Freeze Bomb kind of feeling like there's all this pressure. What do I do? You know, I think it was recognized, but maybe the execution and finding the way around it was the hard bit there for Freeze Bomb.
It's usually in part learning, and like you have to explicitly look at the matches that you've played and see what are those patterns after the situation, and at the same time it's experience. Like it's a combination of two, and it's something that you need to like iteratively go into the games to train that adaptation. You go into games, you play games, you find problems, which problems are those that forced your hand, as you said. You then go into lab or go ask people around or watch things about it, find solutions and implement those solutions into your play and go play more games.
Yeah.
That's like the circle of learning the fighting games and adaptation and any skill in fighting games. It takes a very broad spectrum, and the only time when this circle is going to be broken when you're going to reach top level play.
I think it's really fascinating as well watching top level play insofar as and watching it kind of like as a player who's not at that level at all, right? And it's kind of seeing like because you're seeing things that you recognize and seeing things that you understand as being good, being solid, being things you want to do. But then the game you play just isn't like that, you know. As an improving player, it's just not how the game goes for you. I mean, sure, I can execute a combo here and there if I get the situation, but that's as you were saying earlier, learning combos is the easiest part of this game. and it's about finding your way in, and it's about getting a stray hit and being able to confirm a stray hit or building pressure to force someone to make it a decision that allows you to get in. And so
that's way the way harder.
Yeah, and I think
Insane.
and as you as you were saying that, like, watching, obviously VOD reviews are a huge thing we should always talk about. Is great going, because this game saves all your replays. Watch the games you lose, because it's always that thing of watching yourself back is so different from just being in the moment and experiencing it. Because there are situations where I go, oh shit, what happened? I'm losing. Oh no. And then I watch it and go, I'm an idiot. I press there, and I'm sitting there in my head going, oh, but I'm not pressing. You're bloody pressing. Stop being a twat. Stop. You're pressing. And it's like, you don't notice you're doing it when you're in that moment. It's really weird.
And it's, what's the funny part? This is the reason why we're here. We are watching these matches, and we're providing a VOD later on for people to watch their matches that they were on stream, and having us talk over it. It's part of that process as well. Just we're kind of streamlining for you.
Streamlining. I funnily enough, I actually submitted. I wanted to try out one of the Hard Edge weeklies, right, and do like a game on there. And in there, it's got like in the submission form, it's got a whole thing of like, what kind of commentary do you like, or would you want over? And I just thought, I kind of thought of this, where I haven't played on stream with dedicated commentary over the top of it in bracket to have ever experience having commentators commentate my games, which is really weird.
It's an addictive experience, by the way.
Yeah, I need to be like Virum. I need to be good at the game as well as a good commentator.
Yeah,
it's hard to do both.
This is what I'm doing as well. I understand that feeling as well, But anyways, enough about adaptation, because we could talk about it a whole video, and we're still waiting here for our second round to start up. We're still waiting for some matches to finish up, and then Lobsters do his magic to figure out who will we watch next. And usually at these parts, in between the rounds, every 2 stream games, we do this kind of thing of ask the commentators any kind of question that you feel as a beginner would help you improve your play. And I will tell you that knowing what I'll have for dinner or lunch won't help you be a better player.
Unless it's a really hearty dinner and you're feeling a little bit under-energized. Because generally, food is fuel, friends. So don't play on an empty stomach, or if you're really, really knackered. It doesn't matter. That's the thing. It doesn't matter what you eat, what we've eaten. All right, I don't care what you had for dinner, but I'm glad that you had dinner.
I'm glad
that you've had it.
But yes, some questions that I've noticed: that is it even worth to play Catalina in the world of Sora's Ultimate Punch and the entirety of Seox Nier Zeta? Yes, I'm a master of Nilla.
This guy.
The thing is, in this current state of the game, yes, some options and characters may or may not be egregious, but the most important part for you should be you should play whoever you enjoy to see on the screen. Because not only you'll need to learn the character, you'll need to learn the fighting game as well. Even those egregious options have ways to beat them. They just require a lot more effort and learning to do. Because you need to become a better player. It might be, sometimes it won't be an enjoyable experience, I will tell you that. But the rewards are very sweet.
Yeah, always play a character you like. I think it's so much easier to engage with the game when you enjoy pressing buttons.
But yeah, that's my answer to you, the short one. And another one.
Hard's like S5. Okay, so I'll talk on this because I'm in the exact same position as you are. So Reborn saying, hard stuck at S5 and it's driving you mad. S5 down to A1, maybe back to S5 for a little bit, back down to A1, back up to S5, maybe C and S4, back down to A1, maybe C and S3, back down to A1, S5. It's one of those things where I think S5 or S rank in general.
Bowie, one second. I'll let you continue the idea. We just want to say to Shine, because Shine asked the question there that is very technical as well. We can actually do it after your topic or on the other one. Just Shine, don't worry, we didn't forget your question. So continue.
Right. That's right. Yeah, so S rank is kind of like the early gatekeeping ranks, where if you start picking up the fundamentals of your character and the fundamentals of the game, you'll start being able to interact with it in a certain way, and you'll start winning games. And I think, but S rank is when everyone's at that point. And so you're going to have to start. S5 is normally when you come out of ranked mode for a little bit. Just come out and sit in the lab for a little bit and start looking at options, or playing a bit more casual matches against, you know, some high level players, and start thinking about what to improve, where to take that next step. And it's one of the hardest steps to take, in all honesty. It's kind of like going from improving at a fundamental level from the basics to kind of like how to start getting into the advanced level of the game. I'm still there, as I say. I the reason I want to talk on that is because I'm experiencing it right now. Rank is an arbitrary thing, right, in terms of how good you actually are. But like, you know, that whole thing about, I mean, the thing I find, I've talked about this before, I think, is that I think if a player's more patient, I'm generally going to do better than someone who's less patient and presses more buttons, because I get caught out in between things that I'm trying to do because I think I can do it. And it's like, well, actually, no, I'm losing to players who may or may, I'm not going to sit there and say I'm better than that, because that isn't the case. They beat me, but they're doing things that I'm not expecting, because I may know how to play or hold pressure against a patient player, but not against someone who's going to press buttons, or someone who's going to take more risks. And it's about getting that wider understanding for more aspects and more concepts of play. And until you start getting those things down, that's where a lot more losses are going to happen, because you're going to have those players with all kinds of characters filling different niches: more patient, more aggressive, more risky, you know, more overwhelming, more aerial play, more very set grounded. Oh, I can't do any of my anti-air combos because this person never jumps. You're going to start getting people who are starting to like do that as well. So that's when you have to kind of take yourself away from that side of the game and focus a little bit on widening your understanding of loads of different scenarios, if that makes sense.
Yep, definitely learning interactions, learning the matchup, acknowledging, and learning what your opponents are actually taking into their matches as well does make a difference at that level. It starts to make a difference, and after, when you get the knowledge that you need to go forward, then you'll get back to learning how to fight the players again.
Again, yeah, because like grinding will only get you so far. You need to stop the grind and start focusing on just getting better at the game. Because like throwing yourself at matches that isn't going to do it. Now, you know this character. I used to play Fairy, but I was never good with her. So.
Oh yes, definitely.
I hear that she's not great Fairy, but like she's still good. Still good though. I mean, I'm not going to sit there and say I know, but a lot of people who played Fairy before, I think she's not as strong as she was. Because obviously the new mechanics are like, you know, she's getting a few things, but it's not as helpful for her. She has to work really hard. Well, fairly hard at least.
Yes, I have a embarrassed history with Fairy in general, mostly because she was the more criminal of a character in the past versions of the game.
Look, season 1 doesn't exist anymore. Forget it. Leave it alone.
I have Vietnam flashbacks, okay?
Tell.
I will tell someday. Next to the bottle, but at the same time we have to talk about the current Fairy, because yes, in this current version of the game, Fairy is on the weaker side, mostly how the offensive options going in on Fairy are stronger, and how many times Fairy can get her set play to go. He needs to pay 50 bar or a bravery point to start her GG set play, which is, to be honest, probably the strongest set play character in the game. If you think about it, like, yes, Nier exists, she can throw you into Dark Walls, and then you'll have to hold a plus 72 situation. We get it, but hers is way more dangerous, mostly because she has one of the true 50-50s in the game.
Wow, that was a trying to do meaty raging strikes, gets wake up supered for the trouble, and that's going to be a lot of damage as well. Oh, dang. See, so much work put in, and then you kind of like, you know, go for a bit of a gamble there. Ultimate will be enough damage though. Bloody Nora.
Yes.
Nice first
Ultimates
game from
do
Abby.
deal a lot of damage in this game, so.
Mm.
Ah. Yes,
So-
Lobster, I won't forget. But let's get back to the game here, because right
Tell
now
us about
one.
Anila.
Anila is a defensive Shoro. Her main idea is to, if I had to put it very like bluntly, like you know, with the farmer speak, her main idea is to piss off people at range.
Right.
It's mostly because she has 2U, she has really good buttons, her fireball is really strong on paper, minus the recovery, but at the same time, when she needs to go against zoners or those characters that can get away, she will have trouble because she doesn't have very good oppressive options, except against Fairy. So there are multiple things, like, remember you said learning the character interactions and the knowledge things, right? Knowing what are your strong matchups help as well. I don't know if, like, see, this is one of the reasons why this is that. The sheep is on the screen. Fairy cannot press a button as much as she would like to. Having a long poke doesn't let her to just throw GG on the screen. And there's another, like, universal counterplay, Abby one. There's universal counterplay against Fairy is that she cannot chip you as much. To chip, she needs to get a GG set up on you. So that means you can play. You need to play patient against Fairy for most of the time, right?
Yeah.
But on top of that, for her sake, that was super. That probably shouldn't have happened. Probably a misinput. Okay, goes for that. So yeah, Anila does have
the grab whiffs.
Yeah, we call that the Corona handshake.
Oh, cool. Yeah, big fan. I like it.
It's you whiff a throw as a offender and the defender whiffs attack. So it's fun. But Raging Strike, are you gonna go into basketball? No, going. Yeah, see, this is the set play, the cost for it. Nice block there from Afarazik. Afarazik, I guess that's how you pronounce that name.
Afarisk, I'd say.
Afarisk. Afarisk. From
Yeah,
now on,
Afa. But yeah, 2-0 then to Abby. He's been playing pretty nicely. You were mentioning obviously a little bit of that matchup strength, but yeah, Afa kind of not really, not really like making good on that. It kind of like kind of dropping the opportunities to really get things going here, and a couple of missed inputs have cost them a couple of a big chunk of their HP here and there, but
and you know, this is a Death of 1,000 custom situation. I think mostly because Afa is just running into Abby rather than challenging in different ways. Like for instance, you can jump a bit more against you. This should be spot dodge or block because now the dash block is stronger. You cannot go straight into the block from running in this game. You need to. There's a recovery period for it. But
I think one thing that Ava has been kind of like neglecting, I think, here and there is just kind of like just dropping guard a little too often, getting caught out by things like you know, the range of that 2M from Fairy, just catching standing block.
And that's exactly right. Bowie, I do agree on it because mostly you already lose a lot of health by just trying to enter not Zoe's, Fairy's range. What are you doing? Okay, interesting spot dodging technique. Okay, that's gonna be blocked. You gets the hard knockdown. One thing is, now I'm gonna spill the beans here why this matchup might be egregious for Fairy. The thing is, if you get a 214L on Fairy, oh, nice jump in here, go for the combo there. Okay, could have went for a better combo here, but it works. But don't back off. Keep the pressure.
That's the thing. And walking back is scary because of that range from Fairy's 2M. God, the damage comes out there.
Two freezings you that return of the season 1, piercing the projectile effect here, and it's working quite well against Afa because Afa really wants to play the projectile game against Fairy, but usually you don't play any. You remember there is a lot of universal way of how to run around Fairy, because your main goal is to avoid as much chip as possible while still entering her range. And one thing is that her long range buttons have a lot of recovery. you can challenge them with a jump more often than not. And on top of her anti-air game is on the weaker side as well. She needs to use close M rather than 2H because 2H is air blockable. She doesn't have invincible DP anymore, meterless as was EX DP, so she would need to spend 50 bar for it to be in invincible and a good anti-air. So with that, she's already taking a lot more risks to anti-air you. Even so, if you jump on a button whiff, which will either become she will have to take it on block or she will be punished. Like, that's one of the ways of dealing with Fairy. And another thing that and this is a secret before we go into this, Anila's L Sheep Ride, the 214L on block is -2, and it leaves far enough Anila from Fairy so that if you press far light, Fairy cannot do anything except for LDP to beat it. It's a very funny situation.
Very, very like specific situation as well. So
and it's the reason why it's very hard for Fairy when the pressure is on from Manila. Fairy suffers.
Bless her. Looking forward though, we've got the manliest old ass man and the cutest Fox Grill. UL, my character. She's cool. We need more ULs in the world.
As well, we need more Sauruses because he was suffering all this time, and now he has a redemption arc, and he's probably one of the coolest old men I've seen in a while. Okay.
I loved him in the original game. I think as much as I love him in this game, I think it's a little bit too much.
No. He has some good things. He has
that situation there, don't really want to be doing JU with UL just randomly. It's one of those things where if you're trying to like bait out 2Hs, if you know that they're kind of doing that, don't just use it randomly because it's very minus like on block. So you got to be careful landing with that. There's a button press though. Get the Starlit Sky. There's the RS. Close H didn't. Should have.
Go on.
I was going to say, should have let all 3 hits of CH come out, because obviously it's a lot of damage that comes out there. He cancels it too early. Bad thing. But that is a ultimate skill. Being read from the backflip. Yeah.
One thing I'm going to say. Yes, you learned the combo that has Raging Strike in it. But you don't go for a Raging Strike combo if you don't go for a super. You spend a bravery point and you're not going to regain it if you don't use a super. You have to power! It's something that I, like, it's my pet peeve usually. I do that mistake as well, and then I always get mad at myself. Oh, Raging Strike. Here we're going again. By the way, I haven't introduced it to players because Vilkis is actually a known name in the Grand Blue community. He's been around as one. Yeah, he's been around as one of the beginners. So he's been in the previous beginner brackets for the base Grand Blue as well. Oh, there we go. Gonna get a far H, and this connection looking iffy.
Yeah, it happens every now and then. I can't quite tell what the actual connection is, but it's looking spotty.
Round 3. Begin.
Okay, gonna go for EX dash punch.
What I like about this matchup at times is that if you have a very overzealous Soros who likes to just press that button, UL stance deals with that. Like, they just go straight into your start there every time. Great, nice connection.
Yeah, go on. The stance wins.
BC. Oh, I was gonna say, yeah. The stance just beats out a very aggressive in neutral Soros. If you're playing one that does that, this is a nice way just to cash in some damage, just guarantee it with the BP drop as well. Connection's looking pretty spotty. But here, didn't opt to kind of go in and try and pressure on Wake Up, but again, because there's no BP, they can't BC.
Oh no, the super connects. What was that? But the Wake Up throw just finished up, and Gion gets that match back. Alright, so there are multiple things we need to talk about. So the connection seems iffy here. But on the other side of things, there are things that Vilkis could optimize on this. Like, one of the things, do you know why the ultimate DP is very strong on Soros right now?
As in the double kick.
The double kick, yes.
He does. Why is it so strong right now? Tell me.
Because it is a reversal on a character that doesn't have a reversal, but there's one more thing. It hits very close to the Saurus and gets a knockdown, a hard knockdown very close to Saurus. That means he can roll through on the other side, side switching, and still having to the pressure on your opponent. So using it while cornered, you can just turn around the whole situation as much as with the back throw. Not being cornered in Granblue is in any fighting game is very important, because the biggest reward from combos in any fighting game is usually the corner, right? You cannot move back, you cannot space yourself out, you have to take in the pressure, and if you get hit, you just absolutely die. So the way, usually what I like to suggest to people is to look for ways to not stay in the corner for long. John won. Yeah, that's how I look at it, and why this DP is very strong, and it's a good point to take it in as well.
Yeah, I like it. It's an interesting thing. So Saurus pressure is a thing that you kind of need to get used to. He's very overwhelming, and you were talking about not wanting to be in the corner for too long. And I think Brave counters a thing that kind of does like remove pressure, and against a character like Saurus who's just doing this all the time because everything's plus.
Not everything.
No, of course not. But you know what I mean.
He has only 4 plus specials.
It's still a lot of plus, or a lot of pressure coming out, so you need to be quite careful. But BC is a nice way to give you just a little bit of breathing room. Again, you don't want to overuse it, but like again, finding the right time just to give yourself that space. Yeah, it would be quite nice. The low is quite tricky because it's sometimes it is punishable, hard to kind of get that. Your opponent has to kind of like not really respond to get something
again. There. Okay, gets thrown out here, and now we're looking at one-hit situation. The Raging Strike just goes in, and that's gonna be a round to Gian. It's weird to deal against Raging Strike now in this game. It's either you spot dodge, or you usually you know that it's gonna happen, because more often than not, the Raging Strike on higher than 3 BP than 1 BP is mostly not an opening up tool. It's mostly a Simpador or Swords. That's at least from my experience. Yeah.
Just taking UL completely across the screen here. What's going to be the... Okay, goes for the 6XL. The button was pressed. Starter Sky. Goes for the RS combo. Cancels it again and goes for the overhead to knock them down at the end of combo limit.
I like that ender. It's as good. Here we go.
Kind of fun. And then the jump. Yeah.
Nice.
Very good. Yeah. Nice and simple stuff. Good connection. Nice routing as well, just to stabilize it really nicely. So good job.
Yep. It is this combo was the first one that actually dubbed Tuho Yuo as the PhD of anti-airing, because he's been doing these very consistently. He's one of the top Yuos in the game. And you know, Gian, you getting that as well? Good stuff. Okay. Oh, armor getting in. Alright, gonna get the auto combo into DP. Gets another, catches Gian, pressing something on the wake up. And now, no, Will Kiss! You're spending too much! You're spending too much! Alright, what do you think will happen now with 1 BP?
Well, a button got pressed.
Huh? The Hanarashi low is negative on block. It's usually your turn. Probably Vilkis pressed it too early. Yeah, see? Raging Strike was coming in. And this is the important part. Okay, now the plus frames. Yeah, this is one of the plus ones. This is +1, and look at the chip damage there.
Round 2.
Gian had to gamble there one way or another. Or, you know, Brave countered the DX punches, then you'll get a counter hit that scores a hard knockdown out of it.
Spending a couple of EXs there, a bit of timeout with those. Go to the low, very nice, does get the connection. Oh gosh, chunking. Yeah, needs to like let these CHs play out. It's just losing free damage. And also really good because the when it comes to aerial stuff, the third hit pops your opponents up a little bit, which means you can normally, you know, if you're kind of in the middle of an RS like that, you can normally connect a lot of moves and keep wall corner combos going quite nicely. But we got the install for Soris, and it's just an instant 2H, 2-2H.
Yep, gets a clean. Well, that was not an anti-air per se. It was already.
No, it wasn't. No, yeah, it was.
But hey, it scores Gion a set point at this point, and now Vilkis is having trouble. Okay, Raging Strike again. Yeah, a lot of Raging Strikes. Gion's strategy just revolves around burning those bravery points just to increase the damage. You know, standardizing the Yule damage to the rest of the cast.
Full combo there, gets just jabbed out for it, but nothing major. Does press a button in, but doesn't actually manage to do anything afterwards.
Okay, goes for the last Raging Strike here just to get the conversion and leaving at one strike. Pro probably catches the punish the stars, the ultimate version, but no, again, the cooldown's back, and now Vilkis taking match back. Really,
Round 1.
I like to say Slugfest a lot, but this is again one of those matches where both are just going in with relentless pressure and getting as much out of their opponents as possible, and it's on them to escape it. Okay, Raging Strike.
And then the thing is, we're getting hit by the Raging Strike in guard, and then pressing the BC, you lose 2. And I think Vilkstein has done this quite a bit, and has lost a lot of rounds because of just having no BP at this point. Now again, banking on the fact that he's going to be able to do so much damage that if he gets a hit here, he can just finish it up. There is the BC though. Goes for another Raging Strike.
But this time Vilkis is not believing it. Oh wait, hold up, no, just a speed.
No, okay, I've done that a few times. Sometimes you try and do like the roll forward skill OU, but because there is a new macro for doing like just doing it without pressing anything. But sometimes doing it the old way, you do sometimes get a skill out, and it's really annoying.
It is. I had that situation before. Where you do the ultimate skill and then oh no, and then you frantically try to finish up the round. That could have been yours. Anyways,
this is really interesting. I mean, I feel like Vilkis is just missing the timing to get these punishes, because like there's the amount of stuff that risky stuff is coming out, and then a jab is just connecting against Vilkis. No BP once again
from both sides, to be honest. Because oh no,
oh no, oh dear, this is a slugfest.
Like when there are no BP on both sides, just you actually make yourself stop breathing for a minute there. Which is unhealthy. Nice anti-air there.
Soris jumping is not something I see too often, so it's good that John's is ready with these 2Hs.
I have another interesting question. Like, why would you jump against Yule as much? This is a very serious question, because not every match is required for you to jump in to get your openings.
Yeah, I mean, she doesn't really have much that kind of forces you to jump, but
it's just food for thought for the future viewer here. Nice gets the ultimate TP. Oh, tries to go in, but Gion, oh, again the Raging Strike. He's been just farming that left and right, to be honest. And that's
managed to get the victory as well.
3-1.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with what Bacon said. Please jump in more against Yule. You'll definitely not get exploded for doing so. It's great. I think it is, even though, I mean, jumping in is one of those things where some people do it for a comfort thing. It's like this is a way that, oh, I can do something with this. I'll go for the overhead, or, you know, anticipate someone else jumping. It's not one of those things you can always just be like, right. It's not always like the optimal thing, but if it's something that you can do, I mean, you need to be careful, because like some players or some opponents that you're against don't always check your jump and don't always react to it, which is nice, but then assuming that it's always going to work out for you is kind of a bit of a risky option. There are times when you know, we've all done it. We jumped in maybe unnecessarily, but it worked out. You know, we get the overhead, we get a nice combo, but then, you know, you don't want to be too aggressive going forward with it. Generally, jumping is quite scary, right? You don't want to be doing it unless it's responding to a fireball being thrown. You jump over it and you get in, you know.
Yeah, definitely. Well, there's a whole like, I have a quote-unquote lecture on the philosophy of jumping that I have, which I think I already did on the previous brackets. But just a bridge version of that would be every action that you do in a fighting game, every button they press, as well as walking forward and back and jumping and blocking, are commitments in a sense. Some commitments take longer than others, so you need to figure, do you want to commit like that? Do you want to jump in on a person which probably committed less and he will be ready to anti-air you and kill you for it? Or are you trying to call out with that commitment another opponent's commitment? It's a very, very long lecture and you need a lot of context for that, but keyword, commitment.
Yeah, and again, to kind of jump off of that, that's kind of what, you know, we meant when we were saying, yeah, jumping over a fireball. You know, that fireball is the commitment that your opponent makes. The jump is the commitment you make. One, you know, and again, there's like, maybe let's say there's like a mini RPS situation in there where there's different commitments that will beat out other ones. You know, there might be slow grounded options that, you know, can get beaten out by a jump, maybe, but would be a very high pressure decision and generally positive commitment. You know, if someone doesn't jump, so. You know, you have to kind of get a feel for these things as they go. And as we were saying earlier, adapt. Haha. It's come full circle.
Yes, we're back to this.
Like,
shocking. Shocking. Fighting game concepts are very, very integrally tied together.
Yeah. Right, we got our next two up. Oh, is that Grimnir?
It is Grimnir on the screen, and we're gonna have Pyrowan on Nier, the new characters that came into the Rising here. And you know, I might see those. And yes, there are people before calling out, oh man, it's Nier on the screen. You know, after having a lot of Niers in my previous grind, she's not that bad. Her reward is amazing, of course, but with enough patience, you can actually be there and fight them. And well, let's see if
tier downplay live in the beginner's bracket.
Well, what do you mean I played vanilla? Also, newbie, what the fuck is that setup? Huh?
This is clean. That's a lot of damage coming out of that. Now, grab that DP, please. Grab it.
You can grab it, and there's another thing. There are multiple ways of beating it. Grabbing, blocking it, and then punishing. And there's you can actually press a close light and still recover in time on that TP. It's
excellent. I mean, you played a lot of this matchup, and we were saying on Monday during the Hard Edge Weekly, just, you know, how you know, you did a very good job of like dismantling this matchup. You know, neutralizing death is a big part of this matchup, because, you know, that you can put the puppet out of commission for a few seconds, which gives you time to play this game or play this matchup a little bit more fairly.
Yes, unfortunately, Nier does have really good buttons on top of that when the death is out of commission, but you still, as I said, with enough patience, you can still play. Oh no, you didn't have enough patience!
With enough patience, which you don't have. Yeah.
No!
I feel like
literally, Yex's misfortune is, yeah, it punishes like basically trying to rush in your gameplay. That's her main strength. And misfortunes, like rushing in, mostly if you're having Oki with the dash L, or two, if you're continuing your pressure for longer than you should do. Like, for instance, close light into 2L into a long poke, and the long poke will be caught by its misfortune, and there's nothing you can do about it most of the time. Right? So that's where the strength lies.
Out of heart here.
Oh, stick RPS. Oh, man.
The classic.
The classic. And you know, Grimnir not having a meterless DP, he's paying the 50 bar. He's doing a mega bling bling RPS on them.
Golden scissors.
And it works out for him, but now we're seeing Pyroman keeping up the pressure back. Here we go, see the long-range poke just getting called out by the X-Misfortune. This is where just the way where this thing is bullshit, not because it's on Wake Up.
Rav into the corner as well, putting a lot of pressure now. Hard work here for Newbie to get back into this one. Does tech the grab after the pull-in, and another one comes out.
Yeah, I like this this pressure structure a bit, but I would like now Pyroman knowing that Newbie is attempting to, you know, deal with those throws. Like, this is more of a bigger, higher level concept, and I feel we're not seeing a beginner match here. We're seeing some intermediate gaming here at this point, and I can actually talk about those concepts. One of them is knowing, oh, what? Oh, I see what he wanted to do. You tried to catch a DP option there, but unfortunately the DP came way later. It would be a very funny situation if it worked out. Okay, again, does not punish it because the far H is too slow to do that.
Ultimate DP again, jeez, just, just chunking through the meter. You get a lot in this game, of course, but really utilizing the meter game.
Oh, hey, Dev's dead.
Yeah, gone down for a while.
And now we're back. X-Misfortune gets the X, could have converted that into kill, ultimate waltz, and here we go. A jump to call out the Brave counter, or Grave counter as we attack, or the Mage maneuver, or the Alive angle. I'm still working on the naming for this. This is just it's funny.
You do you, buddy.
I will do me. But yeah, let's get back to the game here. Oh, baits the throw here. Newbie with the sigils. Those sigils are very, very dangerous to fight. Catches the X-Misfortune. Perfect.
That's it. Yeah, that was a nice round. Really stuffing out all of the options in general, and just trying to go for a very aggressive overall round. I think there's been a little bit more back and forth and a little bit of control. So like resting it away and then being able to just completely push on that. It's kind of a nice change of pace and momentum that you sometimes want to just inject into games like these. Just to try and keep your opponent responding and see if you can just like speed your way through a section to just to rest control back. Tried to jab, but didn't quite get it on death there.
Oh, punish!
Oh, that'll do.
That'll do, I guess.
Down. Oh, and there's a DP again. So
I really like this option.
Newbie has done that before and not got hit, so I think it's one of those things where, you know, there was a quicker reaction from Pyroman just to throw out the Misfortune and get that punish. So that was nice.
Yep, definitely. Oh, here we go again. Newbie's not respecting the cancel options from Nier, and I feel it's probably the detrimental part of Newbie. Oh, they couldn't be punished. 2M, brother. You block it and there's a 9-frame gap between any other option to do. So use that to your advantage. Another EX Misfortune. But it's good. Like every time EX Misfortune comes out, every time the sigil just goes down. So now Nier is one sigil, but you're gonna die next to it.
No bravery. Is there gonna be a big enough punish here coming out from this combo? EX gets the wall bounce.
What do you mean no bravery? Newbie was the bravest person out here.
Gets whiff punished though, so game goes over to Pyro 1, 2-1 here. I feel like there's this. I wouldn't say it's a desperation, but there's a kind of every now and then I get this feeling that Newbie wants to make use of the sigils, even when it's like not really the best timing to do so, and it's trying to utilize them in really kind of like overtly flamboyant way, which is, I guess, part of the character, right? But it doesn't need to commit. Doesn't need to commit to using them, and it's getting caught out in situations like this by using them a little bit too overzealously.
I would say I would agree on the overzealous part, but I would say it's more of the overzealous after what happens after the dash. Like the grounded sigil dash is minus on block, and Newbie is still pressing after it, and this is the situation that happened. You're dead. And against Nier, it's even more dangerous, mostly because her reward is very, very huge. She will murder like third of your health from any interaction mid-screen. You have to respect that. Oh,
Gets the grab out though, does try to wrest control back. I think Newbie just needs to slow things down a little bit and just not be so over the top with the movement, because getting caught out so much. Lots of pressure right now. Low HP is again in the blender, trying to find their way out.
Oh, could have punished that as well. EX Misfortune has huge recovery, but now good anti-air there, and we're going straight into SSBA that absolutely whips.
Ah, are you guarding that? Are you fine?
Oh my god! What? What? Huh? Where did his health go? He's a chip point. Oh my god!
Oh, that would have been sorry. I don't mean to say no, anything like no Pyroman, but that was just, it was going to be a good comeback if that happened. But nice closing it out. Just.
Oh my goodness. Right. So yeah, I would say Newbie's first mistake here was not particularly put my controller down when he got hit by the super. Okay, that's funny. But really, it all comes down to the point that he wasn't particularly respecting the reversal options from there. Even if EX Misfortune is that strong right now, you still need to employ a certain amount of patience and reap the rewards. There were a lot of EX Misfortunes that were just blocked and not punished. So what's the point for Pyro One to stop doing them if they're just gonna get a slap on the wrist and just go away? That's about it. Like, that probably is the core issue. He has good ways to open up people. His pressure is pretty good. His damage conversion is good. He showed a fucked up setup for me, and I enjoyed seeing that. He does seem that he has put work into his Grimnir. And Pyro One actually used quite unorthodox setups that I've not seen yet. And he was playing layer 1, layer 2. He's been calling out what Newbie was doing. Both of them were playing against each other. But that crucial part where Newbie was losing a lot of health was not respecting those EX Misfortunes.
I'll put them into that, and because obviously this is round 3, that puts Pyroman onto 3-0, and Newbie goes 2-1. The next game here, we've got Chayley versus Flacto. Flacto, I think, was rocking the UL, and then Chayley with a Jita. So they're both 1-1 as well. So this is someone's gonna be going 2-1 after this game.
But Chayley is a known name as well in the whole Granblue community. Chayley's been playing a lot of no, actually not Jita, but UL, if I remember right. No, I'm spreading misinformation because Chayley had a lot of breaks from time to time with Granblue, but has been playing in the brackets when they were always open. Yeah, I'm mixing Chayley with Cinder, I think.
Anti-air gets that combo going in once again. Hits combo limit there.
Half duel a lot.
Most people do because they're cool.
Really, that's amazing. Yeah, I don't remember the person right now. God damn it. Never mind. Let's never mind never minding and misinformation, because right now people are gonna be pushing this on me the whole evening. Let's get back to it, and Chayley is now gonna get sick RPS by Yule shenanigans.
There's a lot of pressure going from Chayley from the first bit. Did manage, we did have a Flacto manage to get out, but in the end couldn't quite finish the pressure. A couple of stray hits is going to be the end of that first round. Chayley opening up with these Raging Leaves. Just it's nice having a fireball. I keep forgetting that UL doesn't.
UL
the overhead.
She is the fireball. Come on.
You seem quite angry, Araett. What happened? I mean,
may or may not been jump-u'd on me multiple times.
Then then stop and then just wait. Stop being so stop trying to go for the 2H all the time immediately. You know.
Damn, real. I should think about.
Respect the air stall.
See. As respecting the EX Misfortune from previous match, I should respect the air stall as well. Right now, Chelly's taking it back with calling out the negative frames from Starlit Sky. Oh no, that parries mids!
And pressing buttons allows to jump in with the with that overhead. 1, 2, 3 into the Rin and Aratama will be the game. Final round then. Who's going to be taking this first one?
You should. People are actually, as I told you. Let's get back to it. And now, get this. We're already playing a neutral that I would expect from a Yule and Gia here. The only issue is that Chelly is very. Jesus.
You're reading into a neutral I expect from a Yule player. All right.
No, in a Yule and Gia matchup.
Okay, fair enough. Just making sure.
Yes. Alright, you want me to say that the Yules will always go in and press far medium and cancel into Starlit Sky because far medium is punishable on block?
No, that's not true. Everyone does that. Some people do backstep.
I see.
Yeah, so varied. Yeah, again, Jeet is like something really good. I've seen Chaylee go for this ultimate the ultimate version of Rekka quite regularly. I've at least seen it twice in this first game. Isn't obviously not the most optimal, but I think it's one of those things. If it's a safe thing that you can cash out on and you're okay doing it, then I can't really be like,
it's a safe Rekka.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's a combo starter, and it's insanely fast, and it gives you the slowdown. So there's a reason why people use it. And some of the Jira combos actually attempt to get the ultimate Rekka as a link, because if you link the ultimate skill, you get the bar refund. The 25% back. And given that ultimate skills do a lot of damage, and they have different minimal damage scalings on them, it is important if you have that on your on your character.
Yeah. Being able to link is super handy because of that gauge refund. Just pressing buttons on this JU. Goes for the Rekka, a couple of hits of that just to keep it safe. Yeah.
So Chile has used every opportunity as possible after the Starlit Sky just to take the turn back, but I feel that just waiting from time to time and walking back is fine as well. Because right now, Flak is taking full advantage of it.
Yeah, there was a bit of a missed opportunity there. Actually went for the JU and really didn't need to, and jumping over a Radiant, they probably wouldn't have been able to actually kind of get a hit there, I believe. But the SSBA comes out, puts Flacdo in a pretty nasty situation with no BP, but keeps it. One thing I want to see...
the tick throw there. Yeah, go on.
Well, one thing I haven't really seen from the ULs did this evening is kind of like classic UL frame trapping, kind of linking into, or I guess cancelling the third hit of CH into EX Fox Flame is a frame trap, and kind of if you know that your opponents are pressing a lot more, being able to do something like that just to try and catch them pressing when you know that they are quite aggressive in doing so is definitely like a nice little thing to throw into the mix every now and then.
Yeah, it is good. Well, what else is? But wait, those heavies. Oh yeah, free hits. Yeah, it's important to know that you can frame trap, and I do remember now the Elf Fox Flame is a frame trap tool as well. The game for Yules.
Yeah, I can't remember the exact way into it. Ordnan told me, but I forgot. I'm great at the game. Damage. Chip point though. What can you do at chip point?
Not yet.
You get hit.
The thing is that wasn't chip point. It's more like if your health still blinks, it's still not a chip point. It's a very, very weak indicator for that, but it works like that. Okay. Playing it safe here, and now again, Chelly cracking first with the DP, but that will not get a punish here. Now we're gonna get a good conversion into the combo limit, and now Flak is the dominant position here. Again, Chelly at the back front.
Lots of jab tick throws coming out. Eventually doesn't get the does get the conversion here. Will do.
That will definitely do for Flak, and we're gonna have a 1-1 situation if I believe it's right. Yeah, it is 1-1.
Oh yeah, 1-1. Yeah. Locked in.
It kind of feels weird because Flak has been showing full-on offensive oppression over Shelly, but what Shelly does more is that Shelly gets a lot more reward from the hits, counter hit conversions, and combos in general, right? So
yeah, I feel
that's the difference right now. What makes it, I believe, this match.
Well, I think, yeah, I mean, where Chelly's been winning, yeah, it's about confirming everything and just making sure you get as much damage as possible. I feel like Flacdo is, I guess, generally getting more, like getting a few more stray hits and generally kind of getting more opportunities to go in, but just isn't kind of optimizing the damage on those combos as much as possible. But again, that's all you need.
Yep, that's all. Well, not only you need, like, optimizing your hits is fine and dandy, but remember, we did say that the hardest part of the fighting games is to finding those hits to get those optimized hits in.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, you know, sometimes it's enough to just get the hits every single time. If your opponent's making decisions and you're being able to find the way in, get the hit that you need, you're dealing damage. The idea is to get the HP bar down. The RPS got red.
Yep, but did not go for the combo there. Probably wanted to get something off the fireball, or was waiting the DP to be in crouching confirm. I don't know at this point. Probably a mistake on the combo power, but right now this will kill because Jira has insanely consistent combo conversions from mid-screen to corner, mainly because of that DX Jireka.
Kelly going 2-1 up, then one more game away from being 2-1 in the Swiss overall. And we're kind of hitting the halfway point of this bracket nearly as well.
Nearly, but it's still 2-1 because it's a first to three.
Yes, but when this is over, it'll be.
But you believe that Shelly is gonna get the last match? Because right now we still have to talk that Flag has the potential to get it back. Here we go, EXDP just to get it out of the corner. But now I do feel that it has to. Like, if Shelly gets a lot more reward, then that means Flag main idea is just to open up Shelly more. Issue is that why did you corner yourself?
Rolled through, maybe wanting to press something else, but it doesn't matter. Gets rolled through and gets the big damage. Into the super once again.
Yep, Deadly Rave. Well, Deadly Rave.
Goes for the 5M, does connect into it, goes again,
nice.
Tick throws coming out. Goes for the jump and gets
Did Flag try to do the Street Fighter throw bait? Because it does work, but not for every character. It depends on the character's jump arc. And how late the opponent presses the throw. Well, I don't know, but that probably been the throw bait, because right now I think Flag does have a good idea what he wants to do. He's been doing a lot of tick throw situations in previous matches, but his bait options were not as effective, I feel.
Ultimate skill being used by Chaley, does lose 50 meter for it, which is not great, but again, the gain is pretty good, so can Flacdo find some kind of damage and overall HP lead with this time?
Actually, Yule Masters, I have a question for you. Is the ultimate Hanarashi a good throw bait option? The Yip Masters. And I will open that as a free...
Plus, you can't answer.
Oh, come on. Oh, what? Run up Sicarpias, alright.
Run up DP, that's my kind of gaming right there.
Oh, gets mashed on into the super, and that's it. Chelly is going to take it 3-1.
Yeah, nicely done there. 3-1 to Chaley. You know, halfway through the bracket then. Chaley is currently 2-1 in this Swiss. And not bad there. I think that's the last game as well of this round, so pushing forward to...
Yes, but I do want to stress one thing, is that points don't particularly now matter in the Swiss bracket. The Swiss bracket still, the whole structure is to get as even matches as you can while going through them. You should look them not as competitive. Oh, I'm gonna lose. Like this is my standing right now. No, these are more casual games just for you to get your own level players and get us on commentary to talk about those games as well. It's a safe space. I swear. I swear. But yeah.
Yeah, indeed. Thank you, Araett.
With
That was well put.
Yes, I did, Chelly.
Since we're at the halfway point of our bracket, let's take a little bit of time to talk about what else is happening in the Grand Blue scene, because we have other events happening. It's not just beginner brackets. This Thursday we have Nayu. Let me pull this up real quick. We have Nayu running his Duncan Yips bracket. That's just a standard double limb bracket. I encourage you to enter even if you're like a beginner. Like it's still good. It's still good experience. It's still good to play in these brackets. There's still no stakes. They're still casual brackets, so it's good to play in these even if you are a beginner and get your feet wet. And then shortly afterwards, Cake normally has his Promenade weeklies on Saturdays, but this week it's going to be a special event. It's Sunko's birthday tournament. So Sunko is, well, he's usually there, like kind of commentating and like being there, but it's a charity event, as you can see on the graphic. It's to raise money for Gamers Outreach. So come on down and have a good time and raise money for charity. Always going to be a good cause. And then other than that, we mainly have the Hard Edge weeklies on normally Mondays. This week it's been moved to Wednesday. But those are also pretty beginner friendly because you can sign up for those and they'll match you up with people of your skill level, so typically not a beginner. And you can request for analytical commentary. So in a similar style to this, you'll play a casual match, a bit of a longer format, and be able to get pointers from the commentary. And again, it's all no stakes, all very casual. Sunko will be with Tyrant and Toast commentating, as we're hearing from Toast here in chat. So look forward to that. That should be a pretty good commentary duo. But yeah, I believe that's everything, unless I missed something. Araett.
Yes, we can actually get back to the beginner bracket because I don't remember. Unless we can always talk that there are other like optional, well, not optional. If you want to join them, they're not optional. Hard Edge weeklies and whatnot, but you can actually find all the future events in the Hearts Are Blazing Discord at the behind events. And as well, I want to really address one point is that not only this beginner bracket is the key to learning and improving in the fighting game. You can always ask questions in the Hearts Are Blazing server, or hell, you can even DM me. I'll answer some questions if there are any. I mean, we're all very welcoming and do wish for a lot of more people to improve and stick with us because I really like the Grand Blue community, and New Faces is great. Yes. Now with that, while Lobster is absolutely doing his production mines, there is the question part, and I'm not you already asked my lunch, dinner, and now breakfast. God damn it. Metafy where? Don't have one.
I haven't heard I don't know why, but I haven't heard the word Metafy for ages. Is that still a thing?
It probably is still, because it's basically what? It's a paid coaching service in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm pretty sure that the paid coaching is still a thing that it happens from time to time.
Yeah, I mean, I found it very funny when it first became a thing because loads of people were very against it. I'm like, well, you have coaches in sport, and you pay them to coach you. Like, why is it any different just because it's a video game?
Mm-hmm. It's still alive.
It's still alive?
Yes. Good. I just
guess.
googled it.
I mean, I assumed it was still up. It was more me being like, one of those cool contrarians, all the stuff that, all the stuff that everyone's into and definitely is still going. I guess I've heard of it.
I guess I heard of him. But yeah, I don't know. We have a network issue right now. We're still waiting for Majestic Terrapin to come up over here to play Scoopister, who is a known name in the Grand Blue community. He's been playing a lot of characters in the beginner level, and he's been enjoying playing a lot of those characters. But now he's stuck with Ladiva most of the time.
We have Majestic Terrapin.
Or probably go. And that was a weird bug because Eustace just sat down and walked away.
Yeah. I saw him like it looked like he was driving around the room.
Yay.
Okay. Hello then, we got another ferry and we have got Ladiva.
So this is a funny matchup. Ladiva is, well, in a general sense, a very classic grappler, big body grappler character, right? So her main idea is to get in close and then enact absolute terror on your opponent with the command grabs. The issue is you're playing against a zoner whose main idea is the antithesis of whole grappler mentality. And let's see how Majestic T has it done to the T. Unfortunately, not to the T. Because Scoopister is now in. Gets the ultimate knockdown here into the hard knockdown. And what's the mix? It just gets smashed out.
Yeah, the mix is to get mashed. Yeah.
I mean, having a command grab in this game is strong, but now it's on the weaker side given that how throws are built. That's a quarter in the bad transition jar. There's a bad transition jar bar? What?
There were a few overzealous inputs again. Just a lot of buttons being pressed and things being thrown out. Just trying to when the option select is every option. I'll just press everything.
Hey, accuracy by volume.
Yeah, I mean, if something's got to hit, right? Yeah, crack on. But again, a button being pressed. Now, again, when it comes to that clothesline, you can just duck it, but you need. Oh, goes for the SSBA, which is only a low.
What? Scoop! He was trying to be fancy and did a technical info for a 360 command grab here, and unfortunately, it didn't work out. But the Araett. So Majestic.
I've seen that hitting a lot, and it not even being guarded and pushed back. Like just. I think Majestic is dropping guard and trying to jab out here when rather than just like either ducking or blocking and just keeping it simple.
No, you want to duck the Araett because it whips
duck it,
crouchers. Yeah. Oh, roll into SPD and a taunt SPD on top of it.
I think that was specifically for you, okay, because you were saying about the technical input. So
stop listening to the stream
and play the game, goddammit!
Yeah.
Another button being pressed in that overhead.
Oh no! Right, to you. Another to
you. Let's go!
Let's go! Let's go!
Too much for Scoop. Too much for Scoop. All right, too many buttons. Too many buttons. Majestic. I appreciated it. Honestly, those 2 U's, beautiful. But a little too many. I would have stopped after the 5th.
Hey, I got hit by 4 of them.
Sorry, I like it. I like it when shit goes wrong. It's always a bit funny because we've all been there. We've all made the error, so it's funny. I don't mean it in like if I'm laughing at gameplay, I don't mean it in a mean way. It's just funny.
The thing is, it's the right way to the right way to have this as a mentality in the fighting game. If something weird happens, you should laugh it off rather than get mad at it, because fighting games always have a lot of weird things. You gotta appreciate them. Those rare cursed occurrences.
I'm wondering what's happened here with these headbutts as well, just quickly, because I think Majestic is guarding low against them. I'm pretty sure it's an overhead.
No, it's not.
It's not an overhead. Then why? I guess then just not guarding, just like dropping guard when it's coming out, because I just think that Majestic is just dropping guard too often. I think because it's not always counter hit, right? I think it's just
No, for counter hit, you need your opponent to interact to get a counter hit.
exactly. Yes, I'm pretty sure it's just dropping guard really strangely.
And again, the dropping guard is gonna not work out really great for the Majestic Terrapin. And oh, nice jump out of the ultimate SPD. And now we're looking at a good position still for Scoopister. And now he's running back again. He's running. He's running. No,
Press the button that time. Oh, ultimate GG.
GG, hold down the neutral and untears.
Go 5-8.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Round 2.
Lobsters has a good point. If you see that you hit a crouching hit, it's either they didn't block while crouching or they were jumping, because the pre-jump frames are crouch state.
Right, sure, that makes sense. Probably jumping. It's a thing. It's a thing that I understand. Like the feel that you should be able to jump out of a situation. But yeah, that's not ideal. Don't be pressing up.
Even so, that the EX headbutts are plus. It's plus 0 and then negative, in that order, if I remember right. So usually, if you cannot mash out, you should fear the first and second headbutt most of the time. And Terry cannot mash out, and that's gonna be kill for Scoopister.
That, I believe, is 3-0
Yep.
as well. So.
Did you know, sweetie? The most important
Nah. Majestic, how are you doing there? Are you alive? Breathe. Breathe. Before you go, I drive. Huh?
Oh, I think he's doing. Oh, he's doing it. Look. Vroom.
Ah, yeah. This is some sort of a bug in this game, which is funny, to be honest. And I think because of that, I'm getting network issues.
GG's both. Yeah. It was. There were definitely some buttons being pressed, and unfortunately, yeah. I mean, being patient on defense is hard to do. I get it. I mean, I've tried to jump out of situations as well and get caught. But yeah, just I mean, remember that you do have that brave counter as well. You don't want to spam it, but if you do feel like you're overwhelmed and you haven't really got a way out, pressing that can be a way of just kind of giving yourself a bit more time to breathe. So
even so, in headbutts, if headbutts are being autopiloted in the second hit, the brave counter would hard knockdown and would give you a GG thrown on you. At least Seiji, what it does, if he gets a counter hit, brave counter, he gets a GG 50-50, and then say, man, that's kind of fucked up.
okay, who's next then? Shine,
Yep, it's gonna be Shine versus Jespud.
Benyo.
Belial versus Zeta.
Benyo. Okay, well we can name Benyo. Easier to say than Jespud.
On guard.
Benyo. Avatar Belial
Begin.
versus.
Yeah.
Interesting. Avatar Belial. Of course, we've seen this character before. I expend HP for a disgustingly oppressive offense.
Yep. But at the same time, given how offense in this game goes and the damage numbers, and how, by the way, he loses a lot more health from doing those expenditures than the previous game. So now you can actually meme him out that he does more damage to himself than to opponents when he combos.
Yeah. So basically, he never truly loses because he dealt more damage to himself than you did. You didn't hit him that much.
Oh, that's a deep jump in. Gonna go into Raging Strike. Still no big conversions, and that will be a nice conversion in the corner. Wait, this is not over. Whoa, 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 whoa! That almost killed him. Now
The game said no. Yeah. Oh gosh, yeah. That is clean DP usage. Just seeing the Spear of Arvest come out and just punishing that one.
Begin.
all right. So one thing for Shine, and I feel that the Shine will be probably the star of our commentary, because usually Avatar Belial is considered probably, I think, second or third strongest knowledge check character. He has a lot of knowledge checks that you need to be prepared to deal with him. And even so, that he has quite good buttons on top of that, because why not? So one of them is how to fight against flight, and you could have punished that!
Getting underneath it is definitely one way of doing it, I guess.
Yes, if Avatar Belial commits to an option in the air like laser, he will need to land and has landing recovery. This is another knowledge check that he has a command grab out of that, and the way to differentiate it is to know that his behind hand lights up. Like that, you need to look out for that and then jump and punish it.
So specific. Like,
sometimes when you react to these things, you need to know on cues to what to react. Like you look at a specific part of your opponent and then just use it as a reaction. I'll use the Rhapsody too early there, I'll be it. Like the Rhapsody was good. Rhapsody is really good if you recognize that was a dive kick, because you can get a punish on it. Problem is that you need to hold out like 7 more billion hits afterward. So and that's the difficulty of using Rhapsody as a reversal. You have to be patient with it. Nice, goes in, gets a good combo here. Unfortunately, the combo was a bit too high and did not get the conversion that Shine wanted. Okay, EX Spear, nice.
Oh, didn't punish that one though.
Yep.
Managed to stay away from it. Yeah, yeah. Using the Spear of Arves to get away just to reset back to neutral a little bit. Rhapsody goes out but misses again.
Oh no! Go on. I'm pretty sure you want to see, but
I was just gonna say you can 2H that, but it's so hard to get that timing right.
You have to be prepared.
Yeah.
Again, here we go. Oh no, the comedy. Oh no. So this super is a command grab, 0 post flash. That means when the super flash happens and you're near him, you'll get command grab. There is no escape. You have to escape before the fact.
Right. Gets one hit but can't convert it. BC comes out, goes for the stomp as well. Double stomp.
Go on, double stomp. I'll tell this weird thing later on. Oh, uses the ultimate. Yeah. Goes for the Rage Strike and just punishes anything that happened after it, and Shine's still alive. Also, SSBA music bugged up. Really, I'm hearing SSBA music on top of the regular song music right now. It's quite shocking.
This game is great.
This game is great. I love it.
Before the usual, it works functionally. Nice low counter hit there into the corner. What is the Zeta pressure going to be? Goes to double 6XL, gets caught by that one. Doesn't.
I would like for like. Oh, goes for the other combo into 2U. Nice, just goes away from the Spear of Arves, because that is safe, but Benio was just going for the P call out in the last spear. It's not worth it. Okay, Rhapsody goes preemptively, and this should be taking as information from Benio, because he can go for the command grab. And again, what is going on?
Oh, try to go for the Raging Strike again. You Rhapsody does get put to sleep, and then it's just a hell of damage in the corner right now.
Hold on.
The usual A/B stuff.
Wait. This character deals damage, you know? And that's dead.
Yeah. Didn't hit combo limit by the way. 50 chain didn't hit combo limit.
Nope.
I know, obviously I know that that's not how it works, but it's just balls. I hate that particular. That one in particular just feels like so much longer than any other combo. I don't know why. Like, I just don't know how that works. I'm pretty sure even individual buttons pressed that should have hit combo limit.
The combo limit generally works that imagine every character has this like a number of points, right? And each move when you hit your opponent while he's in the air, the juggle it most of them.
Yeah.
Each of them score towards that point, and specials do that like 1 point, normals do like 1 or 2 points, and then auto combo hits like do 2 or 3, like a lot more. People empirically found this out. And genuinely speaking is that if you do 1 button into special, that is probably the most optimal way of comboing on juggle state, compared to doing a lot of auto combos.
Aye.
Yes, and the thing is, each character has different combo limit, or each character specials and moves have different ones. If the move is a multi-hit, for instance, like Yule's Close Heavy, right? That is considered as 1 move for the combo. So that's just a bit of technicalities for those that are interested. But now we got a match to talk about, because right now we're at set point for the Benio or Despot. Alright. Gonna go into the combo here. See that this should hit combo limit very soon. That still didn't hit combo limit. What the fuck? Oh, didn't no punish there. He's out. Oh. Okay, raging strike. Basketball. Just basketball. Thank you.
Doesn't need to. The knee's going to be enough. Right in the crotch. That'll take that one back. Shine still living here. Has a chance to keep their set alive.
Definitely. I was about to say a pun, but apparently puns is forbidden here. So we're just gonna let it roll. Shine keeping up the pressure here. Tries to go for the tick throw after 6XL here. Yeah, sorry. Oh, that was punishable. Benio, but he gets countered. So he
get anything again gets a hit once more.
Arvis, we're gonna go into the rage strike, but no points afterwards. Wait, all right, that was a cancel, not a link.
Yeah, didn't have enough SBA gauge, but there's gonna be dear.
Oh, comedy ensues. He's not dead yet, though. He's not dead. He's not dead. Yes,
all you need is brave counter. Ah! Who won? Okay, I think the Belial did. Yeah, Belial did.
Yes,
yeah, if you brave counter, guaranteed chip point. Crack on. But no, GG's there. Benio winning that one out 3-0 in the end. Shine having a couple of chances there to maybe stay alive, but unfortunately dropping it down. And will lose that particular set. It's looking pretty good so far. That was the end of round 4, I think. Wow.
Yep, we're gonna go into round 5, and now it's open. If you have any questions, please do pose them. We'll attempt to answer them to a certain degree. Shine, did I have a question about anti-airing? Usually with anti-airing, it's 2 parts of it, I say. One is basically... One is very, very, very simple. You look what your opponent is doing. Most of the time, if they're jumping, they're trying to jump certain options of yours. Is it either a long-range button or a fireball or anything else? Or they just want to get their pressure started with the jumping because it's the easy, quote-unquote, easiest way of getting the plus frames on opponents. The other one is you need to stop doing things. Like, just... It's a very simple thing to add to your gameplay, but giving like small pauses to what you do instead of always pressing buttons, as we've seen multiple times, and you gave a notice for this as well, about that buttons were pressed, and a lot of them, like option select is the option. You should learn how to stop yourself with it, more or less. I guess that's how it should sound. You're not always forced to act upon in the fighting game. But yeah, I think that is the only question that was left besides people asking what I had for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Anything else? And is Bowie even alive? Bowie? Okay, so I may be being left here. Yo, my breakfast was nothing and coffee. Here you go. Alright, let's get into our next game here for the round 5. If there are any questions that you need to post, I am reading chat for better or worse, and I will answer them if I see them. But now we're gonna go into Cadenza versus Stefan Wright, or Grump, as he would like to call himself. The thing is, he's been known in the community here as the Narmaya player, and he's been learning a lot with his character, but he still doesn't feel that he's at the beginner or even intermediate level player. So he entered here just to test himself out. And Cadenza is a new face for me, and it's a Belial. So this matchup, if I had to get... Oh my, the mash. Gonna get the back throw incident here. Ultimate DP is gonna be used. Unfortunately, it's not gonna work out for Grump. But now the mash again. Cadenza needs to probably tighten up a bit of the pressure here, because Grump is taking a lot of liberties of getting out. Nice. That'll be an auto combo here into DP. Just gets a bit of damage. Raging Strike this early on. I guess wanted to kill off the crystals and goes for another one. That was his plan all along.
He's a smart man.
Oh yeah, welcome back. I thought that the Hong Kong Mafia just came in and kicked down your door.
No, I pinged you in Discord, but I guess you didn't get it. It's okay.
Yeah, I saw the ping afterwards when I figured you were dead. But then I saw the ping and I figured, yeah, that is definitely the Hong Kong Mafia's fault.
They know me, so.
Yeah, they do. But yeah, we're gonna get going here, and Cadenza has the first round, and again, no crystals, and this is looking very rough for Stefan, mostly because nothing personnel, kid. He tries to punish it with a... Well, actually, that could have been a punish, and Ron didn't go for it. I like this. Now you just need to kill. Please kill. Here we go. So he opted to go for the Raging Strike, Raging Chain there, because regardless if he didn't press a button or not press a button, it will still guarantee you a kill. Like, recognizing these situations help.
Stefan's been getting caught out by a lot of these projectiles, just dropping guard again really weirdly.
And also being called out by the 2Ms, probably trying to either walk away or jump. I don't know. Okay, plus frames. Nice tag there. EX goes for the punish. And now again, Stefan is just pressing a lot of buttons on defense, and I do believe that... Ultimate!
I like it. Tries to go for a grab again, but that jump comes out to get away from that one, and then we get into the corner.
Probably one of the strongest throw bait options in the game.
A button was pressed, and that's gonna be the confirm.
Yep, push.
I don't like Belial, but I have to say that kick on the SBA does that's a hit.
You feel it.
That is one of those boosh hits, you know.
And the thing is, Belial is one of the most consistent Shoto characters in the game on the top of that. And it's kind of funny, because he was dominating like top 3 in the previous version. Now he's not dominating, but at the same time you have to remember he's still strong. But Grump using all bravery points, again, I've seen this situation, and this might be bad for Grump. Wow.
You spoke way too soon, I am afraid.
I am speaking way too soon. Okay, I'm speaking way too soon, mostly because Cadenza is not tightening up his pressure. Grump was taking, like, he's been really mashing on defense, and it's been working about 80% of the time. Feel the Cadenza should probably look at it as a pointer, information point, you know.
With so many jumps in, and these 2Hs are kind of consistently happening. Excuse me. Cadenza really needs to just get aware of this, and either, if you're gonna just jump, stop pressing a button immediately, because the counter hit state in the air is so bad for you. You need to be aware of that one.
You're negative.
Allowing.
What was that?
Just allowing a lot of damage to come out all the time. And the thing is, when Narmire is one of those characters where you hit confirm, right? You make sure to know every single route out of a situation, because it's just one of those characters. So don't give them a chance to do that, especially when it comes to just don't do it.
Yeah, see?
Don't do it.
Did you see? Again, he got the plus frames and he was just walking forward for the throw, and Grump is pressing a lot. But here again, it's uncanny at this point for Cadenza, and I feel that if Cadenza played a bit more like cleanly, like close light into close heavy, just get the damage. And also, one thing I want to mention, and it's very important, auto combo is not a pressure tool. I would like people to forget that. Unless you're using it for the triple strike high-low options, sure, but it's not.
Even then, the triple hit, the third hit when you're doing the overhead and low can be, you know, at least the overhead can be kind of caught out. So even then, you've got to be doing it very sparingly. It's hard to stop the whole idea that auto combo is a thing to give you 3 guaranteed hits. Yeah, sure, it's one of those things, but it is not as just don't always do it.
Yeah,
It's hard. I do it all the time, and it's like I need to stop just pressurizing block with just that single hits here and there and get used to confirming.
the reward is poor. The situation left afterwards is kind of poorish as well, and you need to cancel the option. Which, if you're going for the freight trap option, you need to condition people to mash after 3 hits of auto combo that they see from a mile away. It's just there are multiple things that doesn't help the pressure. Okay, back throw incident goes for the throw, and now again. Oh, catches!
Okay.
Yeah, catches the ultimate dash there, and again catches with the ultimate Asmodeus and Cadenza. A match back.
That shimmy, moving back and forth is a little bit, quite rapidly, just trying to force an option and just pressing a button as soon as seeing something come out. Worked there, just in that very specific thing. This is why sometimes like throwing out really random stuff can sometimes work if it's just one of those things where you're trying to just throw a little bit of spice into the mix to try and get a catch, either in like a tense situation, a game-ending situation, something like that. It can sometimes work out, as you saw at the end of that last round. But it's not something you want to do all the time, right? But you just want to just do something a bit silly, a little bit different, a little bit kind of like unexpected every now and then, just to kind of keep it nice and spice.
Yeah, go on.
No, I was done.
I was about to say, because that could have been a very, very big opening for Cadenza. Crouch confirm EX Fireball, Alright, let's get back. So one thing to deal against this for Cadenza. Yeah, that'll kill. The thing is, ultimate Moonflip is plus on block. That means you have to hold afterward if you block it. Right? You have to respect it. But at the same time, the ultimate Moonflip is only invincible on the first part. If you manage to wait out the first half, you can press close heavy. It will counter it. There is such a huge gap in between those hits. Okay. Playing it again. Cadenza. I've seen it like this.
Gets a clash. Cadenza keeps doing this. After the clash goes for the 2L, I think. And it's working out, but it's not able to kind of get anything after that one.
Okay, like, I'll be real, what I'm seeing that both of them are doing the same pressure over and over again, and it somehow works. By the way, Stefan with the confirm into SSBA, and we're gonna go into SSBA finish of 2-2 here.
There are some weapons that Narmaya has that this action is just not a good idea.
It's not a good idea, yes. The ones that have a weird spike on it, yes, as well. But really, I don't have anything more to say. Like, they're doing similar things, and Cadenza is just getting tapped at the same time over and over again. Yeah, go on.
I think this is one of the, again, it's just the thing I was saying earlier, right? Is that you kind of learn to play the game a very, very particular way. So you learn basic concepts of pressure, and until you kind of start to piece together wider options and get more consistent, like hit confirming, things like that, you'll be able to throw out different options and be a bit more confident in being able to find ways in. Outside of things like 6XLs plus frames and all that kind of stuff. But
yeah, I do agree. I do agree with that. But right now, I should point out that Cadenza is adapting bit by bit right now. He showed us.
Good.
He's been trying to bait out an option from Grump. Probably he recognized that he's not opening up Grump as much as before.
Jumps in a little bit, goes to the moon flip, does catch it, Tex again. Gets that hit, but again, a little bit too shallow on that jump to get in to be able to confirm that hit. Oh, and there's the UDP.
Yep. A well-timed one as well, and it deals maximum damage just to get the kill. We're gonna go into set point for Cadenza. Oh, wrong anti-air there for Rum.
Yeah.
Try to do a close, a far heavy one, which is a viable one from a very far away jumps, but that one was a close one. Far Genji, that is.
Goes for the BC and then run up into a DP coming out from Cadenza there. Like again, that jump. Yeah, Cadenza pressing a lot of buttons in the air and getting away with it every now and then.
Yes. And then
to the 6-6L once more, goes into the corner. What's the pressure option? Okay, a different decision rather than just going for the regular string there, but jumps into a raging strike.
Spaghetti. This is very spaghetti options happening between, and Cadenza taking full advantage of it. Going to maximum plus frames here, and Stefan with the jump gets caught out at the start, but Cadenza did not believe in and confirm there. Now we're looking at
keep him in the corner. Whoa, okay. That might be it.
A Hail Mary there from Stefan, and that will be it. It's 3-2 to Cadenza.
Yeah, close game. Close game.
It was
Nicely done.
close, yeah.
I like close games. Yeah, but yeah, definitely things to kind of take away. I mean, as we were saying, you know, there were some nice here and there. The odd adaptation of pressure overall, but yeah, being able to kind of find new ways to open your opponent up and kind of pick out those tendencies that you're seeing and being able to get yourself into a position where you can force that from them and then punish it. You'll kind of get a few more confirms, a few more hits, and you'll start to kind of have more games going in your favor, even if it maybe if it's not a win, but just moments going in your favor that you have to kind of slowly build upon, build your game plan together from those moments. But it's that first step of recognizing that these things are happening and slowly putting it into work. This is the thing we've been talking about the entire day, really, is it like when you're kind of improving and going from that beginning to advanced to, you know, being a better player, it's all about seeing situations and executing them, and then being able to go, oh right, I did see that, I did do it, I can do these kinds of things. But yeah, more Belial and this guy as well. We got Bubs.
This is a bit away from the beginner gameplay, I guess, because
it's not easy to get into S+.
A beginner Belial looking for games. I'm not criticizing, because yes, defining a beginner in a fighting game is extremely hard. Some would say that me with 7 years, maybe 8 years in fighting games, I'm still a beginner. Because it's very, very relative. But right now, we're probably seeing a situation.
Command grab's very nice. Yeah, using the counter to get in very, very quickly, and then command grabbing once again. It's a tricky command grab to work around. If you're not quite sure how to deal with it, but Asmodeus comes out, follows up.
Oh, uses 5U. Yeah, uses 5U as an option to react to the dives.
Dive kick,
but I guess I can give it back. That you can still use using the DP as an option against dives is better. Oh, nice jump out of the command grab there. Good adaptation from Devil Shooter.
Gets in quickly.
Let's just commentate this as a match. No, let's just commentate this as a match.
Oh, sure.
Like, I can only say that right now, Devil Shooter really does not want to have Beber Esports here on, you know, near him. So he's been doing a lot of Brave counters there preemptively. Those Brave counters are not working out, and I feel that Devil Shooter is just particularly representing the only defensive option against Beber. And that's working out for him. Again, here we go, tries to Brave counter the fireball, which is extremely hard.
Especially because of the distance as well. Goes for a jump in, Brave counter comes out, goes for the Black Wings, but the counter is with enough distance to keep him alive. He can't really get. The Belial needed to like defend afterwards. So if with enough space, you're not kind of like in a really strong position doing the counter. So it's important to be safe when you're pressing buttons on that particular counter.
Nice, knows the karma, the knowledge check as well. Can't really say about that, and Raging Strike is gonna work for it.
Mm-hmm. Gets that hit though, straight into Raging Strike. Will take that game again, well, that round again. Over one game away from being 2-0 up here. Just throwing out once again the projectiles, keeping the space controlled. Oh, okay, sure. A fairly egregious usage of Raging Strikes. It does go behind because of the angle of that dive kick. This is where you were saying earlier that like DPs are generally a better option for punishing this, especially when it comes to the nature of that counter.
Man, at this range, I feel the Devil could go for a preemptive 2H just to call out the 5U. He would get an on-tier. It is possible against it, but it's just hard. Oh, no, you've used a lot of Brave. Remember, not using a lot of Brave counters is going to put you in this kind of situation where now Brave Esports is going to be doing a lot of... You're not punishing the DP. They could have died, actually.
But now as well, when he's in these pressure strings, he can't push back against it anymore. So it forces so many like hard options. Goes for the ultimate DP on Wake Up. Will throw out the Blackened Wings again.
Yeah,
does teleport in, but yeah, that's it. The thing with those projectiles from Belial is that when he spins them, it does drag you in. So you gotta be really careful and really like aware of that grab potential.
The thing is, it's mostly because how it feels in this game. This game has throw protection, right? And the throw protection ends after when the block stun ends after like 7 frames, I think. Yeah, probably 7 frames. But the thing is that normal hits on block, they apply hit stop. So that just means that you have longer time to think if it's gonna go for a throw or not. It's different with projectiles. They don't really have as much hit stop as this, so that's why it feels that you get thrown out way quicker out of projectile pressure. It's like these kind of minuscule things.
Yeah. That is again very situational knowledge that just kind of comes with time. But it's really good when you can do it. Gets the ultimate on that one. Does connect it. Dashes in, but can't quite get the grab. Does 2H the that looked like they're going for the command, but jabbed it out. But you can just look at the BP difference. So again, like it's very much a case of Raging Strikes coming out, trying to Brave counter and getting hit anyway, and losing so much momentum from it. And just again, it's like you do want to use it here and there, but it shouldn't be your go-to option as soon as there's pressure against your shield.
Yep. Ooh, nice EX dive there, catching Araett into the action, gets the full combo. I don't like the Raging Strike conversion there because you're burning BP, and we already saw what happens when there is no BP on you. And now we're gonna go into what was he? He's waiting for an option there as a reset, but the comedy.
Oh, run up! Command grab super.
Yep, that's an anthem. Ooh. Gets out of the throw there, gets the full punish, but now we're seeing a different story in the Brave counterpoints here, because now...
Oh! What? Okay, it worked. Just 5...
It was active as fuck. Cake match.
Okay, sure. 5U getting sponged out by the activeness of that that shield.
Wow.
Asmodeus into the corner. Light DP. +3.
He went for the unblockables setup there. It is +4, but you can actually hit it on the last frame to make it like +6 and get a combo out of it. And there are setups for it. You need to Brave counter it because you can Brave counter on Guard Crush. Nice anti-air, by the way. Yeah, it's funny. It's better just to get hit. Or you DP if you have a DP. On reaction, gonna go ultimate dive again. But now no Brave points. No, big Karma here. Does not have any bravery points just to get the Raging Strike confirmed. Reacts to the ultimate Karma. And yet this is looking still bad for Little Shirley because he can die from an interaction, Bowie.
This has been the situation. Oh, goes in. We get nice grab tech though to react to that movement after throwing out that projectile.
Oh,
be careful here. He doesn't get caught. That's gonna be it.
That's gonna be it. A 3-0 going to Bebro Esports.
俺は仲直りしたいんだけど、ここまでこけに
Gosh,
した
there
ら
you go.
やっぱりダメかな。
But I think
boy.
I'm not sure if we've got. There's a couple of games that haven't yet been confirmed in terms of their scores. I think that's been both of the games there from round 5. One final round to go. It's looking pretty interesting at the moment.
Yep, and you know, top players are playing top players, and those in the middle, they're playing their own level as well. That's the magic of the Swiss bracket, and I'm hoping that most of the players are enjoying their times like that. Like the first two matches might be iffy until the balancing hits in, and then afterwards we do get you know, balance that out, and we'll know how it goes later on. Just the little things to help lobsters to make this bracket a better experience as well. But with that, we're waiting for round 6 to hit up, and while their match is still finishing up, we're gonna go into our last. You can ask commentators any questions about relevant things to gameplay to improve your gameplay, and we'll try to answer them.
Yeah. Well, welcome to Dear Drooper, which is a very old reference. I don't expect anyone to get it, but if anyone gets Dear Drooper, then welcome to Dear Drooper.
Ah, that is a very old reference. Even I don't know, and I've been following for quite a while WGC.
It's
Oh.
nothing. It's nothing FGC related. That's the thing. There was an old show called Banana Splits. Yeah, don't worry. There was an old show called the Banana Splits, and there was a bit where like people would like send in letters for one of the Banana Splits to read, and there was a character called Drooper who was like basically they're like giant like costume characters, and there was like a dog character called Drooper, and so that was Dear Drooper was to send in all your letters for him to read. So
Okay,
this is
interesting.
yeah, don't worry. Yeah.
Yeah,
So welcome
okay,
to
okay.
Go for it. It's not. I don't think it's an NA thing. I'm pretty sure it's a British show.
It sounds like a British show. Though, to be honest, one of my favorite shows is Brainiac, and it's British.
Oh, it is an American TV show actually.
Huh?
It was a Hanna-Barbera production, but yeah, we had it. It was like a big thing that my dad watched when he was a kid.
All right.
Yeah, it was a Hanna-Barbera show. Interesting. 1967. Don't ask why I know this. I had old VHSs of that stuff. That was it.
All right, so some questions. Stusamu, are we gonna do another beginner bracket? Ask Lobsters. Scoopisters, are we having our Lunalul rematch? Nope, I'm playing Vanilla. Fusilero, is there an imposter amongst us? Maybe yes. Vilkis, what's your main tip after seeing all these matches? Play more Granblue.
That is a tip. I would play more Grand Blue if I could.
I would play more Granblue if I could as well.
Yeah, just don't. Here's the thing. After seeing these matches, losses aren't all negative, wins aren't all positive. So there's always something to learn. There's always some things you did poorly in a win. So there's always stuff to learn from a win. There's always stuff to learn from a loss. So yeah.
Who's
Don't be all
Lunalu's
like-
best matchup? Set Lunalu to only secret, and all the matchups for you are easy then.
Yeah, that seems to kind of take away the point of being able to or playing.
I mean, that was the anecdote of the early state of Lunalu rankings, because the top Lunalu at S++2 was only rolling secret.
Right. Yes.
That was a thing.
Well then, I mean, don't do that, kids.
Don't do that, kids, yes. When are you becoming a Lewayne main? Vilkis, look straight into my eyes. That shit's not happening. Next question.
Why not? That's my next question. Why not?
Why not? Because I'm an extremely stubborn person.
I mean, the way it's fun.
If I pick a character, I almost never switch it out in a game. For the whole game's duration, I will be playing that character. The only
Question: how much of other characters have you played since playing this game?
Rising, I've only played Anilla. My Anilla is 640th level.
And no one else is level 2.
Level 1.
Everyone's level 1. I respect that. I would say it's the same for me, but I played one casual game of Vera and leveled up. But yeah, I've played just UL.
True. So the thing is, the only game that I've had multiple characters is Exert. And early Granblue, because in Granblue first season I've played Zera, and then I switched to Vasaraga, and then changed from Vasaraga till I got to Rising. But anyways, there is a question Shine asked. My friends are masters, and they have told me that in neutral I always repeat myself a lot. It is my first fighting, so it is complicated. But how can I practice this?
So
Aura Pilot. It's the Aura Pilot topic here, right?
Yeah.
You want to take it over?
Well, I mean, I'm not going to be able to answer it fully, but I can kind of like I can talk on a part of that. It's kind of as
it's one of the fundamental skills. Hence why I'm asking you.
Yeah, I mean, Araett is right in saying that it's an autopilot thing, right? That it's again comfort, right? When you get used to doing things and you know that you can do something and you know that it works here and there, you'll do it and you'll keep throwing it out. And I find that, playing against players who fall to it, will fall prey to it, will fall prey to it. But as soon as someone knows how to deal with it, I'm lost. And so this is the hardest part of getting better, is being able to like look at different options, like looking at other players, practicing it by looking at what other players do. Watch your character being played, watch other replays, and see what options they will choose, depending on matchup, depending on situation, to try and break through a guard, right? And then it's not about being able to like, can I replicate it? Because then you're only learning that option. But it's about just pressing the button. I think, to a degree, at least this is how I learn it. It's about pressing the button and seeing what it does, feeling what it does, so that when you start using it more and more in games, you know what's going to happen when you press the button. Now, of course, we know what happens with our moves. We know what our moves do, but there's something about just getting that tactile responsiveness to being like, right, they're using this button. Why? I'm going to go and press it for a bit. Don't have to set it up to make sure it always works, but just press it out and feel it out. Like I spent a while being like, why am I always getting bodied when I'm trying to do block string pressure? And it's because I'm not using 2M enough with UL, because UL 2M's got deceptive range. It pushes you back a little bit, and then people can press, and then you can punish. And it's like, I never got that until I started just pressing the button and trying it and seeing what happened. So that's personally how I practice it. Trying other buttons, seeing what they do, and then just throwing it out.
Go finish it.
Well, I was basically.
You're finished. The thing is, I do agree with you. There are lots of interpretations of this whole concept that you've gave, like understanding what the button do, how to get the full package of what those buttons do with your character. There's a lot of there are lectures levels of information how to do that. But I do agree. If you're always feeling that you're repeating in the neutral, is mostly because you're in autopilot and not really thinking what you're doing. But knowing that button at that range is more effective than another option does help to start. Anyways, let's get into our match here, which is gonna be Captain Sushi versus Bakaon.
I heard that as sushi. I didn't see sushi. I was like, ooh.
I read it as sushi because I had sushi for dinner. Here you go!
Delicious! Zoe, prismatic weapons versus an Elfelt fan.
Alright, goes for the jump back lightning here. Lots of dragons coming there from Bakaon. Again, catching a lot of the... Oh no, the armored 6SH! You need to be very careful and be, call it out, block it and punish it. It's -8 if I remember right.
It's very punishable, but it's very good on hit though. So
yeah, it is extremely good on hit. Again, whiffs. Alright, tries to go for the Raging Strike opener here just to get the reward, but now goes for the SSBA, which will crush any option. And that's the start of a comeback for Captain Sushi, I feel. no bravery points, and all you need to do is to get in somehow. Tries to bait it with the jump for the throw, and that kills! Oh my god!
Turns out getting in was just jumping into their face. That works.
Alright.
Goes for the 6H again and back jump lightning.
50% is no joke for the damage increase from the BP.
Not at all. I mean, throws, for example, do a lot of damage anyway. So yeah, they're going to be
They're
increasing it by
gonna do
twice.
3,000 damage. It's a combo worth in mid screen usually.
The back throw again into the corner.
Oh,
Has
wait,
the, very nice.
Yo! That combos, nice. The thing is, Eustace is probably the sauciest character in this game. He has so many interesting combo conversions, and Captain Sushi is giving us to it.
I'm trying to remember the name of the player, but I've been watching a lot of you know, when the combos get posted on the old Twitter, because it's always going to be Twitter. There is a Eustace who's just putting out the sauciest stuff all the time. It's ridiculous.
Is it like, does it have a cat account and it says cat or Dory?
I think it's Lord Crucius.
Oh, okay, then never mind,
Yeah,
because
Crucius,
otherwise it would be Miri.
Oh right, yeah. I mean, stuff as well. But yeah, Crucius puts out a few combos in the old training mode to see what he's got. Some dumb stuff. Eustace, it's really fun. But
It's
I can't.
Okay. Alright.
Meow.
Yeah, he's a cat. Maybe.
Is he? Okay, right. I was gonna say, you quote unquote DP, maybe not. BC
By the way,
again.
chip
Okay,
point.
now we're on. Yeah. Let's go. What do we got? Yeah.
Oh, alright. So Sushi is now playing a bit more on the zoning game. It's working out. Fail Bakan is now gonna have a bit more troubles. Given now Sushi is more comfortable with what's going on. And now... Oh, overhead. Goes these jump back lightnings. They are not plus. You can't start your pressure against a zoner, you know? You'll have to rethink it back on.
And it goes through.
Another one! Yeah, he's dropping those combos, and these raging strikes don't help by losing the BP.
Yeah, the thing is, after these like back jump lightnings, it's just they're just dashing in to Flamex Thunder, and it's just, you know, it's just not going to work out that way.
Oh,
okay,
my
goes to the
God! You are doing the same sick RPS twice in a row. I commend. Actually, no, he's just option selecting himself. If he doesn't get punished, he will DP. Is it another one? No? Goes for the... Jesus Christ! Yeah, they're negative. Could have taken the... Oh, the SSBA coming out! Spot dodge! Nice!
Nice, good stuff. Yeah, very good awareness just to get that spot dodge time.
Yep, as I said, most of the actions you can do against Supers plus Flash, there are very few ones, and usually you'll know when from time to time which ones are they. Spot dodging is probably the best thing you can do against the Super. Because you don't get chipped, and sometimes it makes the punish easier. Unless it's Vera's Super, then I'm sorry.
There is one thing I've done, and that's with the UL with her backflip. You can like obviously check, you can stance up, and I did the backflip, and in the middle of the animation, I just pressed X and you just heard it go poof in the middle of the animation, and they go straight into it and just counter it. That's a good feel.
Yep. Whoosh.
Dash attack again, gets the jab, and then the RSRC auto combo. TP again for a nice chunk of damage.
Yeah, goes for the tick throw. I like that the pressure game is starting to get established, and you know what? I like that Sushi is more inclined to wait it out, because Sushi knows that he's like 2 games up, and finding these openings is way better than doing multiple of mediocre decisions. That's fighting games.
Oh, and there's a 2H as well. That came straight through. Immediately using the DP, I think CC's definitely noticed that's been happening quite a lot. So yeah, good patience just to get the 2H. Really clean stuff. Yo, prismatic dragon beams. Love it.
Yep. The dragon is really good at negating any of the pressure if the dragon is already on top of it. It basically clears any projectile you see, mostly because it has like 10 hits in it.
This is set point here as well for Susie. Almost looking just to make this a very quick story. Stolen a few rounds back in the last few moments as well.
That's negative. Yeah, there's a story in here going on, but at the same time, gotta give it to that. I still believe Sushi will find a way to use Bakon's pressure against him.
Yeah, I mean, so far this is the thing, like getting the lead and then just trying to double down on it and just, you know, taking one step too far every time and allowing Sushi in. Because again, you know, the damage is high in this game. You know, you can just explode it if the wrong button is pressed.
I told you.
3 times now. 3 times now. GG's.
GG's. Shake my hand.
Unfortunate it happened so many times, but it's like, you know, you need to be a little less aggressive on the old against the old SSBA sometimes. Just, you know, making sure that you just, you know, when that option's available, just slowing it down a little bit.
But really, this is what I've been saying this a lot, and this is why I really like what I saw in Captain Sushi's play. Is one tip I usually do give: blocking doesn't kill you, right? Opponents have to overcommit to open you up most of the time. Throw is a commitment as well. And the thing is, he showed that another part of that blocking doesn't kill you is that finding the right moment at the right time is infinitely times more worth it than guessing. He's been looking out what Bakon was doing, and he called out most of those options there with SSBA. And you see that most of them just turned around the games.
Aye. It's a lot of, I mean, SSBA is a lot of damage. There's a lot of BP off as well. Like, you just can't. Yeah, you can't just get caught like slacking against it. It's such a turnaround, as you say. It is easy to feel like you've got this strong advantage, and you know you should keep the pressure up because the opponent's going to be, you know, on the back foot. But you know, that whole thing of like, you know, a cornered beast will usually attack, right?
Yep, the dangerous one.
We've got one more game left. We've got one more game left to watch. I'm not sure who's next up on stream.
Yes, I would like to learn that as well, our dear friend Lobsters. Unless he did post that, and it's somewhere in very hidden deep inside a Hearts Are Blazing topic. Man, I like it. A lot of people are discussing their games as well. And it's great. Like discussing between your own level players what happened in the game does help as well, because they give you their understanding, which you can take in. And at the same time, you maybe find rivals for life in fighting games, and rivals are really good. Unless you start hating the person because he picked Ruby Yang, and it's very specific. Very specific.
Okay, we have Crom from Fire Emblem is in the room.
What?
And Crom from Fire Emblem is going to be playing Artie again. Okay, I'll have Artie back on from the beginning of the event.
All right. I see.
Oh no! Crom from Fire Emblem did stop in, but no, that game just got updated. Apparently, Crom beat Artie 3-0, so Crom's just hanging out.
Okay.
Oh my god, it's Crom from Fire Emblem. I can't believe it.
These people are trying to trigger me right now. If I burn, yes, semblance is a pain in the ass. Right, so games are getting updated, and I don't think that we're gonna have a game, to be honest. Probably all of them are going.
Yeah, I mean, we've even if there's not another one, it's been a good old evening, and we do obviously there are results of some kind. It's a beginner's bracket, but it's still a bracket.
Yeah.
Who have we not seen on this list? I'm wondering if there's to be fair, there's a few people we haven't seen.
I think that currently the set has been already decided from what I see, because people didn't see the ping, from what I understand.
Apparently they're going to replay it. I've seen the words. Lobster said here, like you missed a ping and you have to replay your match. I don't know. Yeah. So Artie has to go through this again. Is that what you're saying? Okay, you're gonna we're gonna do this to him. That's fine. Don't worry, production having a great time talking to us. You can't hear them, but we can. We're not just hearing voices in our heads. There's genuinely someone there. Believe me. You believe me, don't you?
I believe in you right now. For now.
Thank you.
Oh, all right. So.
Hey.
Wait,
Yes.
I'll have to look at Luane.
Luane is a nutcase. I was watching a clip, right, where someone managed to get like 3 of the 20% HP regens, where it was like in a row.
Not just the 25% regens in a row is one, but the lottery for getting 2 Yggdrasil drills in the span of 10 seconds is another one. Drogoi peaked that then. But all right, so you know what we should prepare for this set? We should prepare about talking about Luane in general, because if I remember the score right now, Crom absolutely demolished Art. And I'm pretty sure...
This was a slaughter! Oh
this
god,
was
it's bad!
And I probably know why. Luane is de facto knowledge check character of this game. You need to know how to play against Luane to be effective. And there are like situations like that, which was the Raging Strike kind of missed it. Because if you hit it not meaty, it would have comboed and it's kind of fucked up. And now HPA. How do you deal with HPA? Not like that.
No, you don't. A lot of the, obviously, like the lower hits, you'll probably see people going for the lower hits, and it is reactable. You see a lot of people spot dodging it, but
it's something that people just say for people to learn. It's you have to accept the fact that you're gonna chip by the supers, both of them. You just need to be aware of certain options. For HPA, the Human Pyramid attack, SBA of it, is you need to hold guard, and when you see the low startup, you tap back to spot dodge it, right? And it's the most effective way to deal with it. You don't preemptively, you need to react to it, and you don't attack it back. It has hyper armor, and the only you can kill him, but unfortunately not in this version.
You can't.
There was a bug before in base Grand Blue where Jita's SSVA did 10 hits on HPA, and all of them did full super damage.
Jeez.
So it basically one-shotted Luane. It was a funny bug. They should have kept it in.
They should have kept it in. Wow, yeah. No, I don't like it. No, Luane's interesting. I was having a chat with in the old FG, the FG with the boys chat. Viren was discussing with us how there is a Luane out there that's just tearing everyone up.
Efi is a terror, and we got that.
Yeah. But like, it's one of those things where they were discussing like the strength of the U skills for Luane and just how like really, really good they are.
Bone Wheel, Dark Souls Bone Wheel.
Yeah, really, really good move. Like all the U skills is really, really strong. And again, like you were talking about knowledge checking SSBA and SBA. I see less of Iggy these days. I think it's the one that a lot more people spend a lot more time, or at least in base game. I remember it's one of the things that we'd always be like, right, it's Mario Party. It's Mario Party, right? So you learn those particular things and the different setups, and all that kind of stuff. But to see less of it because U skills are so good now. But yeah. Is that gonna be enough?
No, it's not. I don't think it's gonna be enough.
But I think it's nice to know. Oh yeah, never. Sorry, we lied. We got say jammed, dude. Like, I can't believe it. But yeah, I think that's the thing. Like meter in this game, having good ultimate skills like that is really, really nice. So it's like you can just be so aggressive with those, and you utilize them in such fun ways, and it just makes this character who was already quite a knowledge checky character. I think it's a lot worse. It feels like in this.
Yeah, he's
not in like a bad way.
The thing, he is considered the worst character in the game previously. He got one good move in the base game, which is the slide being cancelable. And we were all glad, man, it's great that this is the only good move that he has now. Unfortunately, he has now more good moves. Oh my god. And there's gonna be moment of truth from the overhead, and that's looking very rough. A lot of damage just dealt from the HBA. One thing that I feel RT is not knowledgeable about it, and I should take a notice. Did you know that Lowain's EX parry is not functioning parry?
What do you mean?
You can hit a button on his. What? Oh,
The back hit though wasn't enough to finish it. That's bullshit.
No. Unfortunate there for RT. So thing is, you can hit it with a button on the parry and still press spot dodge after the free parry freeze.
Oh really?
Yes, and it's any button. Even you can press the heaviest button in the game that is cancelable, and you can still cancel in the spot dodge, and you are at +3 situation.
I think I know why, because of the nature of it being like the whole hit stop of it happening for
Yes.
the counter, right? It kind of like nullifies anything in play for the counter to come out. Yeah.
It's not like that. It's more like that it's startup. It has like 1 or 2 frames of startup after the parry hit stop, compared to other parries.
That's fair. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, so this is one thing that RT needs to know and be more aware. And
Too early on that one.
oh, that backdash won't help as well. And that
Okay,
is
2-0 then
oh.
for Crom. Yeah, Crom's 2-0 up now. Artie, yeah, Artie's dealing with that SBA a bit better now. But yeah, just still needs to kind of just clean up a little bit of it. Look, I'm just gonna go for loads of food.
Oh my god, this move.
Ooh!
So Jira can press close heavy to deal with it. It can work, but for other characters it can be very rough. Oh, going for Raging Strike option, I'm good. Oh, suffering from success, too much throw protection. But yeah, again HBA, and this is gonna untear. Wee! Goes for the low. Don't hit, you need to wait it out to punish it. Oh,
Gonna come through again, that'll be another round, 1 game away. Set point here for Crom. Having beaten RT previously offline, 3-0 off stream, they are replaying this game. But so it does give RT a chance here to kind of have learnt a little bit from the previous play they did. The low coming out first there as well because of that jump taking a little bit longer,
EX
knowing to
awesome
guard
sauce
low
is
then
punishable. It's punishable now. Remember, everybody, check what I don't remember. It's like -6 now.
Oh, gets the
Something like
overhead,
that.
counter hit, auto combo, corner carry, RS, the usual. There's the jab into the SBA, good damage.
Yep.
Now he's probably going to wake up SBA. Almost. Oh,
Did he
Iggy.
just-
Okay.
Oh, okay. I thought that he just let himself get hit just to get the Iggy out. All right.
There we go. Yeah.
Nice. That's
You saw that.
good.
See, there we go. That's the thing. Like those, I think that Iggy's a little bit more obvious in terms of like timing on hits. So very, very well dealt with across the board there from RT. Just needs to clean up the SBA one as well.
Yeah, that was a very good attempt to play against Iggy. But now I'm thinking that Crom is.
Yeah,
being
look at this.
the
Absolute
an
bullshit.
absolute
Oh,
menace. Oh, the Iggy is up, by the way. Oh wait, he's gonna go into HBA, and that's gonna be a combo into kill. No, never mind.
No! Oh! Hold the line, RT! Hold the line! No!
It had it. RT had it. But dropped
RT
it.
had it, yes.
And then did so well to do the first half of the SBA, but couldn't quite hold it. Oh,
Oh no. Oh.
no. Oh well. Fun game. Fun game.
I don't think it was fun for RT, and I feel for him. Like, when you're playing against Lowain and you're starting to question your life, that means the Lowain player has been doing a good effect on you.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, with that, we're done with our beginner bracket here.
I think that's all the games connected. I think we can have a look at the final results as it stands. I think someone must have gone undefeated the entire day. Our undefeated player, they had a different name in game than they do here.
Wait, what?
We did watch one of their games, but they had a different name on stream than what it was. I remember.
No, we did see him. We did see him.
Yeah,
It was the
yeah.
it was the esports. Belial S++. The beginner Belial looking for games.
Yeah. Yeah, Vebra Esports. Yeah, that was the one. Yes. Yeah, they went 6-0 tonight. There's 3 5-1s: Newbie, Crom, and Melanie, and a few 4-2s involving. Yeah, we saw Devil earlier as well. Yuna went 4-2. Cadenza, Artie as well. Charlie Lacroix as well. Freeze Bomb as well, going 4-2, who we saw earlier. So yeah.
Definitely, it looked pretty good, and just saying to all of the players as well, even if you went, like if you lost more games than you won today, do not get discouraged. Take them as experience, and you can actually, you know what, if you had a match that looked very questionable for you, you didn't know what to do, you didn't know what happened in that match, you can always record those sets. And you can always post them in the device channel. There are a lot of people that could look through them and maybe give you answers as well. It's not only that you have to be on stream to get help. Our community is open enough to answer questions whenever we can. Like, for instance, after this, I'm gonna go answer Vilk's question because he asked me at like 3 p.m. on how to deal with pressure. And I was looking at it and I was thinking, man, this is a very long answer. But yeah, that's my message for it.
Yeah. But no, yeah, thank you so much indeed for everyone who was watching, and cheers for all. There was about, how many? There was like 41, 42 players tonight. Yeah, so great to see a nice variety of different games here, and yeah, it's always good to get play because, like, you know, when you're in a regular bracket as well, that Swiss is nice. Because when you're in a regular bracket, 0-2 is kind of, and then you're done. You don't really get a chance to play more, and it's always being able to play more games is always.
It depends on the
it's always enjoyable just to play a few more, you know, and you know, with some semblance of like competitive spirit, you know, because playing friendlies or playing casuals is like you're just playing the game and chill. When there is something on the line, but at the same time it's not as, you know, intense, that is always it makes you, you know, there's always that whole thing of like competitive focus, and that you just play differently and you feel different about the whole thing. So it's nice to see. Nice to see.
Yep, definitely. And as well, I did mention it at the start. The beginner brackets usually give me to see more faces into the community and joining up and, you know, playing the game. And I'm always glad to see new people, and I'm hoping to have a chat with you in the public channels as well in the future.
Yeah, if you have more questions for Araett, I'm pretty sure is happy to help. If you're not in the Hearts of Blaze, if you're just watching, you're not in the Hearts of Blaze. I mean, because I've been playing, it is. But if you're just watching, but you're not, and you're in the EU and you're not in the Hearts of Blazing Discord, make sure to join that because all the communities there for everything European Grand Blue versus Rising. There's all of our weekly tournaments. There are individual character threads, you know, where you can talk to you know, players of all kinds of calibers of your character if you want specific information there.
And the matchmaking channels for casuals against any level of players as well.
Yeah. So plenty of stuff to do there, but yeah, make sure to join that. I know that he's been hosting and kind of streaming in the background, but thank you again to Lobster for kind of like giving an opportunity for something like a beginner's bracket. Again, it's a hard thing to define what a beginner is in a fighting game, but you know, it's mostly just a case of just different play styles and play levels and play experience coming together and kind of showing a different side of the game. We're used to seeing the top level all the time, and you know, it's always nice to cheer on, support, and, you know, help drive other people to improve and get to that point. So yeah, thank you for that.
Yes, indeed. Well said, Bowie. That will be the end of our bracket. Thank you as well to our commentators for holding it down all this time. It's a 3-hour bracket. It's a tall order, but they've both been diligently at work here. Thanks everyone for entering. We'll send you guys over to Verum. He should be streaming right now.
He should be.
Should be.
Should be.
The Lord of Flames.
He's out there. But yeah, it was me here, Araett, joined by Bowie and Lobsters in the production mines.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Take care. Cheers.